like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, and welcome to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com, part of the Amon-Ra St. Brown and St. Brown Foundation main event here in downtown Birmingham, giving away to less privileged kids with severe illnesses, getting their hair dyed blue, eating some food, shout out to Black Rock, and having a good time. They're all vibing up there. Braylon's here, D-Mac's here, Neil's here, the boys are here. It's a great way to pick up the vibes, although we won yesterday.
Yes.
But
it feels like you said, it's kind of a little bit of clarity. You know, we're going to try to keep it as PG as possible. It seems like a little bit of clarity after that loss. But obviously, it was fun to watch that win. But then you see that 17 spot in the draft.
I'd tear some if I did that.
Hell yeah, you would. But so good win by the Lions. Obviously, you want to beat Ben Johnson and the Bears, and that is you sweeping Ben Johnson is something that you can hang your head on, and don't feel guilty about it, Lions fans. Don't feel guilty about being happy that they beat the Bears because you should want them to beat the Bears.
No, I think you're gonna. If you're, I mean, I'm not gonna judge anybody for the fan, but if you're a true blue fan, you're gonna be happy your team won the game. Like me, for instance, I wanted the better draft pick. But when you're watching your team live, you can't help but to cheer when your team's kicking a little bit of butt.
Yeah.
And this is where I was. It's a little bit of post-love clarity after where we were like, pick 17 though? It's all right though. Again, is it worth going 2-0 against Ben Johnson? Yeah, yes. Maybe. I mean, I don't know at the end of the day, but Brad Holmes knows what he's doing. Hopefully he's going to grab you a guy either way. But yeah. Shout out to the rest of the crew here today with us, too. We got Chris Platte in the CD booth, yes, Nicholas Kohloff in the sound booth, who's supposed to be...
Should be in the glizzy suit.
Should be in the glizzy suit, but because of the occasion...
Usual. Yes, because of the occasion, let's let that be very clear. The glizzy suit will be on proudly tomorrow.
I feel like you should have to wear it 2 days now.
I feel like you should have to wear it 2 days now.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah,
that's just not true. We got asked to dress pretty professionally for this big event that Woodward Sports is lucky to be a part of with, obviously, wicked awesome wishes. Shout out to St. Brown Foundation. I'm fired up to be here doing the show with you guys. We got a packed show too, boys. 3 hours.
3 hours long.
3 hour show.
The last time we did one normal than a longer show than normal, it was a lot longer than 3 hours.
But
it got a little crazy.
Yeah, it got a little crazy. Yeah, we're not going to have Nick crashing out on kids in here or anything like that.
How tall are you?
You want to go play basketball right now?
Yeah, that's the... Yeah, that's the event in here. There's a lot of different cool things they're going to be doing throughout the salon. You come in here and you have to get yelled at by Nick.
Yeah, that's the rule. That's this station.
Yeah, that's
you come here to get yelled at.
The heavyweight experience where we just yell slurs.
Relax. Do you genuinely would rather be 2-0 against Ben Johnson than have pick 13?
No.
Or is it a cope? It's okay to say it's a cope.
I think it's a cope.
It is a cope. It's a cope for me too. I'll tell myself that as well.
Yeah. I mean, but would you rather be at pick 13 and just have lost to the Bears to end your season, 4 losses in a row, going out sad, just to get, 4 spots better in the draft?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, that's fair.
Because I feel like to rebound back from it, I feel like that 13th overall pick would help you a lot. And then some people, and again, I'm not going to judge anybody. This is a day of giving back. This is a day of enjoying life and everything it's going to offer you. But 17 and 13 is definitely different. At 13, you can get one of those guys that slip out of the top 10. At 17, that's typically not the case. I guess I can't really use Penei Sewell as an example because he was, 7th overall?
7th or 8th, yeah.
But still, something like that could slip out at 13.
Carter slipped from
even in a scenario where somebody wants to move up to grab that guy that slipped out, you're getting more in compensation. Yeah. Or let's say Maui Goa is there, and you want to move to 13. You got to give more in compensation. He's not going to be there, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
He's going to be the first tackle off the board. Ooh. He's not making it. Maui Goa making it to 13 was a pipe dream by itself. He's going to be probably a top 5 pick in this draft.
I've seen some people move him up to,
He's going to be the first tackle
off the board.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is crazy because Fanu was the clear-cut number 1. It's just that Miami game. That playoff is going to build your stock.
Playoff will build your stock. I mean,
we're
it's the
seeing it now,
highest
man.
stage. It's the best players. You're going up against NFL talent, and they like to see what that is. We got a couple super chats in there. Freddie
go.
Felt, our guy in the super chat, says, this Heavies will be like watching Scarface on TBS. It's going to be a very censored,
Pretty much.
family-friendly episode of the Heavyweights. Listen, we're
5 stars.
We're trying our best. 5 stars. Burn in the super chat said, Brad in the first is great, and he's going to trade away 3 picks to move into the 3rd round, so draft position doesn't matter too much here.
Come on, Burn.
Yeah,
we're trying to have a good time, man. What are you doing to me
here.
right now,
We're
man?
having fun here tonight.
Jeez.
That's why you get the win and the higher pick, because you can always trade your 3rd rounder. Yeah.
Nice.
I think
Thanks.
there's no doubt. I mean,
Damn it, Chris.
you need the better pick.
Yeah.
This team needs the better pick because they needed a blue chip type guy on this O-line to build with. If it was the offensive tackle out of Miami, maybe falling to 9 or 10 where it puts you in position to trade up to go up and get him. Or, the Fano. Or, is Proctor even going to be there at 17 at this point?
Probably.
I mean, those are realistic things
But
that
no,
they
it's
could not
He
be.
might- I mean, yeah, you're
and
right.
if you would like your pick of the litter within these, prospects here, and it's a tough spot right now because the season was already over. And you know what would have gave me like a little bit of grace is if, the Bears got kicked down to, a 3 seed or a 4. That's not the case. They literally are the 2 seed.
Yeah, the Eagles kind of blew that for us.
Exactly.
That enjoyment, yeah. And honestly, too, I'm not going to say been through the game, but it certainly felt like he got to ease off the brakes. He even had the timeout to try to freeze out our kicker. At the end of the game, I think he's like, I'm not going to go into overtime.
I think in the end of the game, he was definitely waving the white flag.
Yeah.
You could see that he wasn't.
Which is
calling
a
the
smart
time.
thing to do, I think, in the long run.
You don't want to go into a overtime period in a meaningless game. So, I think that. But he definitely wanted to win that game, beginning it. And shout out to the Detroit Lions. Shout out to Kelvin Shepard for having a great game plan after I was throwing some smut on his name.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. But he came out there with a great game plan to shut down Ben Johnson and the Bears, and the Lions executed it to perfection.
Yeah, that's the one part I guess I want to get into at some point during the show, too, is what has that done for you? Because that is the one thing I did ask to see. And not only did you ask to see it, you asked to see it against a team that is second in the league and running the football.
Yeah.
And you saw it. You got a lot of it. You also got your run game going, too.
Yeah, you did. And you saw a heavy dose of David Montgomery, which is something that we've been asking for a couple weeks now, is you got to get Monty going. You got to involve Monty more. And we saw that. They made it a point. And shout out to the Lions because it was more complex blocking schemes. It was better wham blocks. It was different things where they were bringing Amon-Ra in.
Shout out to Chris Hubbard, dude.
Shout out to Chris Hubbard. Shout out to L. Ron Hubbard. He had a good game out there. And I thought Graham Glasgow had a very good game. Him and Christian Mahogany were both leading some of those rushing attacks. So shout out to the offensive line and the defensive core. I think the 2 biggest points of contention for the Lions were defensive coordinator and offensive line.
Yeah.
And both of them went out there and put on a great performance in Week 18.
Yeah, some are saying the reason why they put out, the best performance there was it may have been someone's last performance, maybe a few guys' last performance in Taylor Decker. And we honored him today by making him part of the thumbnail along with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Shout out again to him, the St. Brown Foundation, hosting the main event here at the Lady Jane's corporate office. But that could have been part of it as well. And again, it's not the Bears didn't want that win. You got a coach like Ben Johnson who is a gritty guy.
Yeah.
He's of the Dan Campbell ilk. Let's say that you blew out in the first one, and then they were at some point playing for the number 2 seed, but they ended up getting it at some point during the game. So the Bears didn't. I don't think they put the white flag until that 4th quarter.
I agree.
We'll see, man. We got a whole lots of that to talk about.
Steve Wilds, I watched the tape. I did. Christian Mahogany had a good day yesterday.
You're gonna have a good day.
You hate the guy for some reason, but he played well yesterday. The whole offensive line played well yesterday, and Jared Goff played very well.
Jared Goff had a hell of a
game.
Great game by Jared Goff.
When he's more comfortable in the pocket, he definitely made some great plays.
The only thing I wasn't feeling was the throw to triple coverage, and there was a guy open there. But I have to watch tape on that one to have a strong opinion on that one because I don't know if it was a pressure or not. I don't know what the situation was.
Yeah, there was some pressure, and he just tried to get the ball to Amon-Ra, who, again, shout out to him and his foundation for putting on here, but
Absolutely.
he was balling.
Oh, man.
He
owns
was
the Bears.
Congratulations, you just got Amon-Ra St. Clown.
Happy because he takes on the personality of this fan base a bit, where he's trolling the Bears fan base. And I post some too because I saw another person around town post like, "Hey, I'm not that mad at Ben Johnson." Blah blah blah. I'm like,
Jim Costa.
Yeah, and Jim, you're my guy.
Jim's a cool guy.
I love you.
Yeah.
If you play, coach, or cheer for the Chicago Bears,
Talk is cheap,
me and my tribe
Nice.
are gonna root against you
Yes.
every single time. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Maybe after the fact we could be friends. Maybe after the fact I root for your success. But while you're in a Chicago Bears uniform, jersey, shirt, whatever it is, pro Bears, I'm anti-you.
Yeah.
That's as simple as it gets. A division opponent. The other part of it, too, is Ben Johnson selecting the NFC North as a place that he wants to go. Like, you're going to pick a job where you think you're going to flourish and do well. You picked the NFC North with Dan Campbell and this team in it, meaning you thought this was the easier path.
An easy path. Yeah.
No, don't like that.
And you know what? I might listen. I thought the Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell riffraff was a little bit of this, that, but another short handshake at the end of the game too. I don't know. Maybe because if you're Dan, and we know Dan's a true competitor. I mean, this guy talking about biting off kneecaps, fighting until like the last breath is in you, and a guy does that to you,
Your favorite son.
you're gonna feel a type of
Stab you
way,
in the
dude.
back.
You know
Your
what I'm
favorite
saying?
son stabs you in the back.
Yeah, like you're gonna be a little irritated about it.
As he should be, because like Dan's a competitor. Dan's a former player himself. He knows that the hate runs deep. Like there's a reason we hate the
He
Bears.
used to play for this team.
Yeah,
he hates the Bears
He
too.
hates the Bears too. He hates the Packers too. The Vikings. I mean, they're just the Vikings. We don't really care about them too
Yeah.
much. The
We do
fans-
now.
They're there.
We do now after getting swept this year, because that's the
I
reason
don't
we're
really
not
hate
in the
the
playoffs.
Vikings.
I also have a question on this NFC North matchup in a little bit here, fellas. It's gonna get real.
Burn
Next
with
year?
the super chat in there. Says,
Burn.
Ben for sure wanted to win. He was pissed off on Chicago radio after the game. Getting shut down
Yes.
for 3 quarters isn't playoff ball. No, they got fraud checked for sure. They're going to get bounced in the first round. The Packers are going to win that game.
I don't know.
They're favorites.
Packers are going to win.
The Packers been kind of stripped of they're kind of neutered too.
Yeah, but that's true.
We'll talk about it. I'm sure that's one. Is that in your
Multiple
bag?
questions. On
Multiple
those guys.
questions on the Packers.
Well, how
and the
about
Bears.
this? Let's go to break. All right, let's show some love to our guy Ben Johnson, Art and Jakes. Come back.
Oh, Ben Johnson. Okay. And then he said, Ben. I was like, what did we just get done talking about?
When we first brought him on as advertiser, that's why I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Ven with a V.
Keitho, I got
V
the
for
JMO
Vendetta.
shirt from Kiwi Klo. So if you're looking
Shout
at
out.
shout out to him for hooking it up. He's the guy that made the heavyweights merch. So
Shout out.
he's a friend of ours. He's very talented and he's blowing up right now. So make sure you go easy. He's got the hat on from Kiwi Klo. Same guy.
Oh my God, he's bald.
Yeah. So shout out to him.
That's the hat Deck wore in his post game.
He did. And he wore the Penne Sul shirt.
Yeah, he did.
That
Kiwi Cole out
I
here
also
heavy.
have. That
Oh,
Easy
yeah.
got me for Christmas, I think.
Easy got me.
Shout out if you want the best fighter in the game to fight for you to make sure you come out on top in the courtroom. There's only one guy to call. It's Ben Johnson over at Ben Johnson Law. If you're ever in a sticky situation whatsoever when it comes to any legal trouble, there's only one guy to call to make sure you get the right guy that's going to fight for you and come out on top. It's Ben Johnson over at Ben Johnson Law, or check him out at benfights.com.
Art and Jakes.
Listen, sports bars are dying. They are. At least for me. I enjoy the UFC. I love MMA. I love when you be able to watch MMA prelims and college football at the same time. You can't do that too much around town anymore. One place you can and still have a great experience is Art and Jakes. Not only do you have your UFC Saturdays there, my NFL Sundays there, they got an elite menu. I'm over 300 pounds. I'm qualified to judge that. Elite menu at Art and Jakes. Join the AJ's fan club. Make every game day a win with Art and Jakes.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
We're kicking off 2026 with Amon-Ra St. Brown and making a difference on and off the field, showing us all the true meaning of community and care. Amon, through the St. Brown Foundation, is partnered with Lady Jane's and Haircuts for Men and Wicked Awesome Wishes to host the main event today from 4 to 7. Children facing life-altering challenges, illnesses will join us at Lady Jane's in Birmingham for a night of joy and unforgettable memories. They'll get to dye their hair blue, enjoy a special dinner, and take part in fun activities crafted with love by the team at Wicked Awesome Wishes and Lady Jane's. Tune in now. As we're going live today, we're showing it off. Come support an amazing cause and check out stbrownfoundation.org or wickedawesomewishes.org for more information if you want to give back as well. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Waits Live on WoodwardSports.com. Means there must be more Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Welcome to the St. Brown Foundation main event brought to you by Lady Jane's and Wicked Awesome Wishes. Talking a little bit about the game. And we're talking, is it a cope to say you'd rather be 2-0 against Ben Johnson or have that draft pick? But we also talked about the things you'd like to see. So one of the things I asked for was that run defense, and we got it. And like I said, it's against the second best rushing team in the National Football League. Something like that, he's going to give me a little bit of faith.
Yeah.
It's not you came up and you did it against the Vikings team on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Like doing what we did against the Vikings, I don't care. All due respect to the Minnesota Vikings franchise, I'm going to crumble that performance up because you got your team
Max
with
Brosmer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But doing it against the Bears, who not only the second best running team in the National Football League, but also your division opponent, wanted to get that lick back between Ben Johnson, wanted to go out there and beat his dad for the first time. Still own him. I guess I do like the 2-0. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll tell you, it feels good.
It feels good. It feels a little bit better.
Yeah.
They wanted that. The Bears wanted that, and we said, nah, not today. Calvin Shepard, kudos to you, man, for real. Chris, you getting your hand up? I don't know if you're checking for your order or what.
I did want to just ask, how much stock can you put in that, because it is a division game, and we always say the thing about division games is they get weird. So, do you take a lot of belief in that run defense because it was what we did to the Bears last time and them wanting to get their lick back?
Yeah, look at that, actually.
I think it's a little bit of everything. I think it is. Obviously, Ben Johnson is a fantastic offensive mind, so beating him is one thing. But then on top of that, they have been one of the best running attacks in the NFL all year. So shutting that down after Jalen Warren pooped on you is something to feel good about. And then you also have the fact that, Chris, like you said, the extra motivation of him wanting to win this game, of him wanting to get the lick back, of him wanting to kind of dog walk the Lions as they did the Bears in week 2. All of that encapsulates into an even more important and impressive performance by the defense. So, yeah, I don't know if if Raheem Morris is talked about coming here.
We'll talk about it.
I'm still pulling the trigger. If Brian Flores is still in the in the conversation, I'm still pulling the trigger on that. But Calvin Shepard did a good job in that last week. He did. He had a lot, riding on it. He really did, because he was kind of getting his name dragged through the mud, and he went out there and he put out probably his best performance of the year.
Beyond the narratives, too, of just like the Dan Campbell versus Ben Johnson, getting the revenge back for that 52-point win, I don't care who you are. If you're a playoff team and you're playing your stars that last game, you don't want to have a loss going into that postseason.
Yeah.
That's just icky stuff.
Feels bad.
Yeah, especially against a team that didn't make the postseason. Mm-hmm. It's not like the Bears sat any of their guys. They played their starters. They wanted to win, and we gave them that L. They tried their best, and shout again, Calvin Shepard for doing the damn thing. And it makes sense, too. Obviously, we beat them the first time around, too, that you're familiar with the way Ben wants to handle these things, or the way he does these things. Amon-Ra, in the interview he had with Kay Adams over the weekend, over the offseason, and maybe it was Jameer Gibbs who mentioned it, but it was like, it's weird to see our offense being ran by another team. It's not like Ben Johnson was catching them by surprise or anything. Calvin Shepard and this crew went against that offense every single day in practice for 4+ years.
Yeah, we talked about it if there are two people who would be most suited to combat a Ben Johnson offense or to kind of deflate a Ben Johnson offense, it would be Dan Campbell and Kelvin Shepard.
Yeah.
Because they're so used to it, because they know how it works. They know all of the small things that make the running game so good. So, it was good to see him go out there and do that. It really was.
Does that take away from any of the, from the performance? Like having him have that success against the run?
No, because it's say what you want about knowing the scheme and knowing what they do. You still got to go out there and stop it. Like, we gave up our play calls last year. It doesn't matter if you know the calls. Go out there and stop it. Like, you still have to do it. You still need the guys to do it. And I thought it was a very good game by Tyleik Williams. I thought it was a very good game by DJ Reader and Jack Campbell. Malcolm Rodriguez was flying around too. So I think the linebackers and the defensive line did a really good job bottling up that running attack.
Nick, do you take anything away from – because you're a guy that's kind of like – I feel like on the outs with Kelvin Shepard. Do you take anything away from that game being against Chicago's Bear team? Do you kind of know the system?
Defensively, it's better to see this team obviously not quit, but everything that this team did in this game to me it honestly just kind of pissed me off to see this team come out and ball out on defense.
Yeah.
Like that made me angry because I'm thinking, where was this when you're going up and you're getting torched by Jameis Winston, and the Giants? Luckily you won that game in overtime, but like, where's this when you're getting torched by Aaron Rodgers, 50-year-old Raj in his wheel? So you think about Aaron Rodgers and torching this team, then you think about losing to the Minnesota Vikings. Like, I just don't want to, victory lap a team that won a pointless, meaningless game. That's what it was in all reality. Could it be for pride and this team still finished over 500? Yeah, that's nice and all, but it's too little too late on a season that was, downhill all the way. Did I think Jack Campbell played a heck of a game? Yes. Like, I love to see Jack Campbell flying around as we have
best
come accustomed
linebacker
to.
in the league.
As we've come accustomed to week in, week out. But in terms of a scheme, not really. Honestly, I wasn't expecting Chicago to go out there and put up a ton of points. I still don't believe in Chicago as some world beater of a team. I think they're pixie dust. And I don't think they're going to be successful in the playoffs. So I don't think that you beat a very good Chicago team, in all honesty, yesterday. And I'm not hanging my hat on.
So they're not a very good Chicago team?
I do not think the Bears are very good.
Weren't you telling us all season that the
you're
Bears
the
were
one
real?
telling us they were real.
No.
Yeah, you were.
No.
Yes, you were.
I said I would pick them to win some games, which they were.
Aside from that
but
point,
I'm saying
though,
I don't think they're a very good team.
You're completely allowed to feel that way because it is like, hey, the one time we would benefit from a loss here, you do go out. Like, I knew that was going to happen, man. Yeah. I knew. I said at the beginning of the game before the watch party.
We both took them to win.
You did. There's one time it benefits you to lose. They're going to go out there and win.
I thought they were better than people gave them credit for all season, but I never thought that they were some world beater in the NFC. I still stand true to that. I think it's 49ers, Seahawks, and Rams that are the best teams in the NFC. And I don't believe the Bears and Packers and obviously Lions are that good.
No, the Lions aren't a good team. They're not. And so, you want to say the Bears aren't good, like, cool. Neither are the Lions. So it still feels good to go out there and beat the NFC North champion Chicago Bears. It does. I'm not going to say that, it's not a good win because the Bears aren't good. Well, neither are the Lions. So beating the team that has won the division and that is the 2 seed in the NFC, I'm not going to poo-poo on no matter how you feel about the team. But it's shout out to Jack Campbell, man. I don't think we talk about him enough because he's the best linebacker in the National Football League. What he does, flying around the field, making tackles, stops at the line, tackles in the backfield, and this year, like, he's been a great run stopper and a great tackler since he got into the league. But this year, the steps that he's taken in both defending the pass and blitzing the quarterback have been extremely big. Like, you see him, he's top 3 on this team in sacks this year. You saw him yesterday almost get that first interception, but he's always around the ball. And if he's not deflecting the ball, he is making the tackle immediately as the tight end catches it.
That one.
Yeah, so Jack Campbell has been elite this year, and I hope he gets that first team All-Pro spot.
I think he can get it.
I think he can too.
With Fred Warner going down, I think the only guy, I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, the only guy I think would get the all first team All-Pro, not over him, is your guy in L.A.
Yeah, Dan
Hanley.
Henley. Yeah.
He's a dog. He's been a dog this year. I feel like Jack was maybe a little bit more consistent, but it's not guys watching the Chargers game in, game out. You got to give some love to that defense, though, because they still made the playoffs.
Yeah.
For every excuse you gave your team this year for not making the playoffs, the Chargers faced double of. The offensive line injuries, they had some defensive injuries of their own, and they still held strong and damn, they won the division.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that and more, but first, we got to pay some bills. Let me tell you guys about the massage chair house. Go see my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, at the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. He has the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. That's why he hosts the best massage chair review channel. If you know what type of massage chair suits you, suits your home, what fits you, make sure you check out his review channel. It's my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan. Scan the QR code, go see him in person at the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. It's a massage chair house.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, and we're making a difference on and off the field. Showing us all the true meaning of community care, Amon through the St. Brown Foundation has partnered with Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and Wicked Awesome Wishes to host a main event today from 4 to 7. Children facing life-altering challenges and illnesses will join us at Lady Jane's in Birmingham for a night of joy and unforgettable memories, including dyeing their hair blue, enjoying a special dinner, and taking part in fun activities crafted with love here by the staff of Lady Jane's and Wicked Awesome Wishes. Tune in live for the rest of the show. We'll be hosting it, getting you guys cuts and clips from interviews from the kids and everybody having a great time in there. But also visit the stbrownfoundation.org and wickedawesomewishes.org for more information. And if you want to give back yourself,
check it out.
Check it out. What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on WoodwardSports.com. Easy much more Raxter, young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Bear with me here, because I gathered this thought at some point during the break. Because I'm trying to find. Obviously, you do feel good when you win a game, but there are maybe some benefits in winning this game. I know a lot of people say momentum doesn't carry over to the next season, and I do believe that to be the case. But I do think for a team that fell so short of what was their original goal, for the guys that are going to be returning here next year, for the captains and leaders in the locker room returning here this year, you did have to go out there and show some fight. To have faith for the rest of these guys, these young kids coming in, maybe a new class of free agents coming in, the draft class coming in. To have faith in you guys as leaders and know that you're not going to quit on this team, that you're a coach to show that you're not going to quit on this team. Maybe Brad Holmes show you're not going to quit on this team. I think you did need a little bit of that coming into this season.
You did, for sure. And like Jack Campbell said that in his post-game speech, talking about, he for the game and for the other men in this locker room, you can't just go out there and lay down. If you go out there and lay down, you're a pussy. And so Jack Campbell made sure that he was going to play until the end. He was going to make sure all of those guys played until the end on that defense because, you could say what you want, be the tough guy in the chat, oh, they're idiots for not losing this game. You've never played an organized sport in your life. If you think these professional athletes are going to go out there against a guy like Ben Johnson, who did what he did to them, against a hated rival in the Chicago Bears and lay down, sorry, man. I mean, learn sports, because that's not going to happen. They're professional athletes and they're getting paid, but they're still competitors and they're still athletes. And you heard Jack Campbell say that. That's why he loves guys like Roy Lopez. That's why he loves those guys on the team, is because it's setting a bad example for a Tate Ratledge or a Tyleek Williams or these young guys to go out there and just be like, season's over, it doesn't matter, let's just lose to the Bears. No, man. You want to win. You always want to win. As Herm Edwards said, you play to win the game.
Absolutely.
And you have to.
And this is not the NBA where you could tank and your team obviously your team will benefit from having a higher draft pick, sure, if your GM knows what he's doing. But it's not the NBA where it's going to like benefit you in the long run. Like NFL, you're not guaranteed money. Your contract's not guaranteed. You could be cut from this team, and you lose that money, you lose that opportunity. You don't know what's coming up next after that one. This is like you're not going to tank for somebody to replace you. In the draft class.
The other part.
You know what I'm saying? This is not the NBA. It doesn't work that way.
Steve Wilds is a big guy, big loser guy in the chat. Like he
Big
really
loser guy.
wanted to be a loser this weekend. He says, like the Cowboys did, they pulled their starters and now picking 12. And oh yeah, I forgot. The pinnacle of success in my life in the NFL, a team that we should take all of our examples from, are the Dallas Cowboys. Like, why aren't we more like the Cowboys? Like, come on, man. If that's your argument, you know you lost.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Is there any of that for you, Nick? Does that make you feel better?
I just think there's other ways to do it if you are going to do it. Obviously, you don't play your key veterans that may be banged up. I think that's the way you go about it if you're going to go about it. But if they're out there saying, I'm not, you can't take me out of this game, it's a whole different story, like.
Yeah, Penei Sewell didn't
obviously. No, I know. I'm just saying.
McNeil didn't play.
Anzalone
didn't play.
Did Ali McNeil play the entire season?
That's another question.
But no, I just think, obviously, being 9-8, it sounds better than being 8-9. It does. At the end of the day, you still were over 500. I just think, in terms of getting one of these elite guys at the top, whether it's an offensive tackle or a defensive end, you just put yourself out of that position by going to 17 compared to 13, where you could slide into the top 10 easier. And I mean, it is what it is. It just makes Brad Holmes' job a little harder, and you're going to have to come in here and nail the first-round pick, no matter what.
Yeah.
If it's offensive tackle, if it's defensive end, I don't care, but don't get cute. Build from the trenches. That's why this team struggled so bad this year.
Yeah, and now you are picking 17 as opposed to 13, where corner tankathon Francis Mauigoa would have went. It is what it is, man. We're going to obviously scout some guys. Justin, Spinney, and I, we were all getting after this today.
Yeah.
A little bit of scouting, specifically in the offensive line. I think Justin dipped his toe into a little bit of the defensive lineman as well. But I'm looking at offense. I think that's what you need to go. If Brad... I know we have like the disagreement on like BPA versus need. This year, scratch BPA and go need. Unless the guy you're staring down at 17 is maybe like not even a first round pick, you gotta fix his offensive line some way, somehow.
Well, it's more so just not even about BPA. It's like, can this guy start right away? Like, I don't want, especially those early picks, to be non-starters.
Yeah.
So if he's going to start, it's maybe not your highest position need, but you could see this guy starting day one of this season, game one, week one, then yeah, you do it. That's to me where it is. Like, I'm fine with BPA if they're starting, but no developmental pieces. That was what was kind of the stake in the heart for the Lions in some
Yeah, no,
aspects.
you need guys that are ready to go. And I mean, I don't think Dan Campbell's taken a developmental piece in the first round. Or I mean, Brad Holmes, I don't think he's taken a developmental piece in the first round. So you're not really going to have to worry about that. Every guy that he's brought in the first round, correct me if I'm wrong, has been a starter that year except for J-Mo because of the injury. But you don't go for developmental guys in the first round. And I think they're still in a pretty fine position to get one of those big, ugly, nasty guys, and I think that's what they need to do. Burn in the Woodward Sports Chat with the Super Chat says, it's the offseason, so hope springs eternal now. Could it be Shep's version of the first Packers, not second game, in 2023, where suddenly it clicked for AG? You could. I mean, you could. It could be that.
He's talking about the first year?
Yeah, he's talking about the second Packers game where it really clicked. The first Packers game in 2023.
That's the third one, technically, but yeah.
It could be.
It could be.
Maybe this is the one. And we saw flashes of it with Calvin Shepard this year, obviously. But I just think the thing that disappointed me the most is, like, philosophically, I think he was wrong with the defense. When you talk about every time he talked about Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch and those guys, and he was just like, oh, we can just replace them. Or the guys that we put out there, we expect them to produce at the same level. You shouldn't. Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch are two of a kind for a reason. Like, you can't just put out Thomas Harper and those guys. Shout out to our fearless leader, Chad Johnson, in the building. You need to adjust things, and you need to play to your strengths. And I think his approach of just like, hey, we're going to play the way we play, even though we're missing two of our most important players, was kind of detrimental.
Shout out to Tev Sauce with his $5 super chat. He says it's been a couple of drafts since we've seen Brad beat the hell out of a table when he picks someone. That's a marker of a good draft pick. And I mean, you're right. I think he celebrated Tesla last year. I could be wrong on that one, but I think he got pretty excited for Tyreek as well.
Who, me?
No, Brad.
Brad? Oh yeah.
Did we get a table smashing out of that one?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember if we did either, but that's good. That is a good indicator of a great pick, because when we get, Brad nails it. Yeah, he's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, make sure the table's secured. Make sure you're secured. Tyreek, I saw a comment from the Woodward Sports chat. I think it was Vanilla. Let me see the name here. Vanilla Price says Tyreek better develop. I thought Tyreek looked pretty damn good yesterday against a pretty solid offensive line.
Yeah, he looked really
Joe Tooney, one of the better interior offensive linemen in the National Football League. Obviously, the Bears made a trade for him. Hey, they got Joe Tooney for a 4th-round pick. We could have used that, but we're using 3 third-round picks for a 3rd wide receiver. Anyway, Tyreek looked pretty good yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
And I don't expect us to return, although I love him, DJ Reader, just because of the type of market he could command. And he kind of drafted Tyreek to take up that 3-tech spot anyway. So nose tackle spot.
Tyreek didn't have a great year by any means, but I think he showed flashes of why you drafted him where you did. And like I said yesterday, he was really good. He was in the backfield. He was stout at the line of scrimmage. He got his hand up a couple times to bat some balls down. I'm excited to see what Tyreek is next year. Tev Sauce with the super chat. He says it's been a couple drafts since we've seen Brad beat the. Oh yeah. 100%. Burn with the super chat says, my bad, I meant 2022 when the 1-6 start where the defense was getting annihilated every game, but then we had a nasty 12-6 or something win versus Green Bay. Yeah, I mean, hopefully this is like
that was their backup, so if I'm not mistaken.
But you gotta assume, and you have to kind of believe that if Kelvin Shepard is brought back, if he is retained as the defensive coordinator, he's going to learn a lot out of that first season on what not to do, on how to respond, on adjustments he needs to make either in-game or throughout the season, because that's the biggest thing for me is the lack of adjustments in-game and from week to week. I think we're glaring, and that's something that if he is the defensive coordinator next year, he's got to fix that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one as well. Kind of lost my train of thought here. The music's bumping, but yeah, I think Tyreek will show out. And Brad, he is drafting earlier. Maybe someone wants to move up into that spot, and Brad gathers a multitude of picks. But no matter what, I think the offensive line needs to be dealt with this year, especially considering what we're talking about next, where you might lose your left tackle, your Pro Bowl caliber left tackle. I think who arguably, the words from his own mouth, said he may have had his best season this year, which also makes it a hard decision for him. Now, it's not official yet. He's going to mull over these things with his confidants, his family, and whatnot, but it definitely does not sound good. Let's take a break, come back to that. Spinny, can you tell us about Lady Jane's?
Before we get too far away from it, when talking about Tyreek, I think we all saw flashes at times. I thought, it was going to be take a little bit of time for the young defensive tackle, but do you guys believe you've seen enough out of Tyreek to believe that he could be a difference maker in the middle and truly ascend as early as next year for this team in the middle? Because what I've seen out of Aleem is a little worrisome, where you are going to need Tyreek to take a really big step forward and pray that, we get good Aleem next year to pair with him.
I do believe that Tyreek Williams will be much improved next year. I really like the prospect when they got him. I really like his versatility and what he can do on the defensive line. I think he is going to be much better next year. And Aleem McNeil, he's got to be better next year. Like, this has to just be a flash in the pan of where he was coming back from injury. They were playing him in a different position. They were asking him to do too much when he still needed to just come back and kind of get his sea legs underneath him. So I think him having a full offseason, he'll be back to the Aleem that we know.
Shout out to Gordon Jones of Woodward Sports Chat with the Super Chat. Shout out my pops and the guys over at Prime Motors and Warren who are sponsoring for today's event. Spencer, Easy, who do we want in the first round in this year's draft?
Shout out to Prime Motors.
Shout out to Prime
Warren,
Motors.
Dude.
They are helping sponsor this beautiful event.
Yeah.
The main event.
The main event.
Where we're giving back to the kids who are obviously dealing with some illnesses. They aren't given the privileges we are in their everyday life. So shout out to the Amon-Ra St. Brown Foundation. Shout out to Prime Motors for giving back to that one too. But in this draft class, it's a bit of a pipe dream, but his name is Mauigoa. Mauigoa. Francis Mauigoa. He is, unfortunately, moved himself up to probably tackle one in some people's big drafts, big boards, but that is my dream pick. I don't even know if we have the assets to move up to get him.
I don't think we do.
Oh, should have lost. Who's your guy at 17?
I don't think he's not going to be there at 13 anyways. So once he goes at 7, then we can kind of calm that down. I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I've got a guy that I'm looking at 17. I haven't dove into it.
Yeah.
I haven't taken care of business yet at the prospect look. But I don't know. I'll have to take some time to really break down some of these guys.
I guess a more realistic guy that could be there for me, Caden Proctor. And before everybody freaks out, yes, he's not the number one tackle off the board. You saw what happened against Indiana. He did look like he was stuck in the mud at some points. But that's the reality of where you're picking. All right, he's still a first-round talent. He's still a first-round build, the physicality, the 366 pounds, 6'7". That's still a guy you can come put on this offensive line. And to be honest, he was better than what we got, especially in a scenario where a guy like Taylor Decker may be retiring. I also think if he's going to be slow off the ball, you put him in that guard. And I know for damn sure you're going to be able to run the football with that guy there. At least that's my opinion. We'll get to that and more. Let's talk about Taylor Decker. But first, should I read the Super Chat or do it when we get back?
Let's do it when we get back.
Okay.
Let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You can get a hot leather neck shave, a scalp massage, a hot towel treatment, all that wrapped into one in the King's treatment. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
Main event.
Also, let me tell you guys about the main event. We're kicking off 2026 with Amon-Ra St. Brown, the St. Brown Foundation, and showing us all the true meaning of community and care. Almond through the St. Brown Foundation is partnered with Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, where Wicked Awesome wishes to host the main event today from 4 to 7, giving children facing life-altering challenges and illnesses the joy of dyeing their hair blue, enjoying a special dinner, and taking part in fun activities crafted by the staff here at Lady Jane's and Wicked Awesome Wishes. Look up stbrownfoundation.org or wickedawesomewishes.org to give back yourself and more information.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Let me tell you about Jack's Car Wash. Text WSN to 888-522-1729 and get yourself a free car wash courtesy of Woodward Sports. There are 40-plus locations all around Michigan. They got a ton of free stuff that you get, but most importantly, you get a free car wash. Just text WSN to 888-522-1729. It's Jack's Car Wash.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Live, WoodwardSports.com. Easy by Spimo Rax, young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. We got a super chat from, let me get my thing just.
Dante 151. He says, we did get a Wingo sighting
Yeah, we
yesterday.
did, baby.
So that is cool to see. Also, McNeil was playing more edge this year because, I remember, the Lions didn't draft another edge through the trade or draft. Yep, it was Marcus Davenport, and it was Levi Onwuzurike.
Al-Quadi Muhammad.
Al-Quadi Muhammad had a great year.
Bikinis allegedly on look on X.
But it was good to see Wingo out there, which is like, why was he a healthy scratch all year if he was doing that?
At first, I'm like, okay, I get it. He's undersized. They like to emphasize stopping the run before anything else. He had some moments. Obviously, got washed out. I think it's just going to happen with a guy like that. He is smaller, and that is a great offensive line this year. The Chicago Bears are probably one of the better offensive lines in the National Football League. Jonah Jackson has a resurgence. He's finally healthy, playing phenomenal. But he made some plays, specifically getting after the passer. I think on a big third down where he chased Caleb Williams back like 18 yards, forced him to throw the ball off his back foot. Still almost made that throw, by the way. You can say what you want. The Caleb Williams is talented.
He is extremely.
He's got to be clubbing the bag. He's got to figure out how to, I guess, put his game together on a
grip it and rip it.
Yes, a little bit of that stuff. But no, Wingo was effective. He had even had a run tackle too.
Yeah,
we split a double team on. I believe it was Jonah Jackson.
Yeah,
it did make me question the usage of him this year because you had him. He was healthy. It's not like he was facing any type of injury.
14 times this year.
Yeah, that's just not. I don't like that.
No, me either.
I don't like that, especially when you're not getting consistent pass rush. And the pass rush you were getting was the longest in the National Football League. The second long, I think it was the fifth longest time to pressure heading into that Chicago game. And then you get this kid going against one of the better offensive lines in the National Football League, and he's showing off. That was disappointing, and that's misusage by Dan Campbell. I saw some people showing that or blaming Brad Holmes for that. It ain't about the Brad Holmes deciding who you're going to war with on game day. That is Dan Campbell's job.
Yep. Jarlaxle in the Woodward Sports Chat with the Super Chat.
Shout out.
He says, is there anyone out there who has been recently or earlier in the season been fired that you would like to see on this staff, and why?
Oh, yeah. We got that as a whole segment.
We got a lot of that coming up.
I know we paid for it. You want to save that for his own segment?
We'll save it for a segment.
I promise we're talking about that.
Jarlaxle, we do have that on the board because it is Black Monday in the NFL, and coaches are getting clipped left and right. I'll give you a tease right now. I wouldn't be mad if Raheem Morris was the defensive coordinator for the Lions.
Now you ruined it.
I would not be mad with that.
Way to go.
Freddie Felt with the Super Chat says, easy as trying to talk. Party rock is in the house tonight. Just banging in the background.
You hear it?
Shout out to Choff getting it pumping in here, man.
DJ Choff.
But,
I've always wanted to be one of those guys. Mixtape guy? Mixtape voice guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to the hottest in the building. Yeah. Trapaholics. Hide your lunch money.
What would your tag be if you were an artist? It's easy, baby. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, for
Two,
sure.
yeah. I wish it, that's for sure it. It wouldn't even be my voice. I would just rip the LeVar one for sure.
It's easy. It's easy, baby. Yeah, for sure.
That stuff went hard.
I would use the Shaq cut. Yeah, tell him Spencer Raxter.
Yeah, that'd be tough. See, both our tags and somebody else. I think it's all two tags.
Shout out.
Metro's tag is if Young Metro don't trust you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Metro don't trust you. I don't shoot.
Banger.
Mine's easy. I want it.
I want it.
I want it.
I'm gonna be your best friend.
Am I mistaken?
Am I mistaken?
Oh, that would be
tough.
Pizza.
Especially for a house beat.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed with the usage of Mekhi Wingo. Shout out to Jarlaxle too with another super chat. Says this is for you, Smitty. First person to pronounce my name correctly. Jarlaxle, right?
I got you, Jarlaxle. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
I
started off, weak, but I finished strong with that one.
There you go.
Just shout out. You got a $10 one for that one too.
Shout out to him. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the
Freddie
support,
felt.
man.
I feel that one too. Easy taught me. I would look that too.
Easy taught me is a good one.
Easy taught me. And Skyogre, anyone else get fired? We will be breaking that down shortly.
You got fired, Anakin, because you're a bad cop.
Yeah, dude. You blew your cover right away.
Blew your cover, dude. But going back to yesterday's game, we got a couple minutes here before we go to break.
Yeah, then we're going to the cellular Decker stuff because we kind of ripped through this one. Shout out to Super Chat, so you guys made that segment.
Yeah, shout out to the Super Chat.
Shout out.
You guys can dictate the show and what we talk about simply with the Super Chat.
Yeah.
Jarlaxle almost did it.
Jarlaxle almost did it.
We're going to do that segment.
You tried.
Yeah, that one we're doing.
Who impressed you the most yesterday?
Who impressed me the most yesterday? I don't want to obviously the man that's here today, Amon-Ra St. Brown, had a phenomenal game, but that's like a gimme. That's not like he's going to do those kind of things. I think Jared Goff had a good game. I know it was cold. Maybe it's not the cold that bothered him. It's the wind because he had a pretty solid game.
I mean, it is the wind. That's science. If you can't throw a tight spiral, it's not going to cut through the wind.
Yeah,
and it'll get pushed.
I thought the pass he had, although it was a short one, the pass he had to Jahmyr Gibbs was a great throw.
Oh, dude, he had some pretty gnarly throws.
That was a good throw. I guess Mekhi would probably be the one. Mekhi, and although he's not going to be a mainstay, but I was genuinely impressed by what he did from yesterday without having Penei Sewell. Chris Hubbard.
Yeah, Chris Hubbard looked good.
Is that fair to say guys like that?
That is fair.
Yeah,
that is because shout out to Saint, but
Tyreek too.
You know what Saint's going to do, especially against the Bears. He gets up against the Bears every time for a reason. You know what Jack Campbell's going to do, and I think on both sides of the ball, Amon-Ra and Jack Campbell were probably the best players for the Lions yesterday, but I liked seeing Graham Glasgow bounce back. I thought Graham Glasgow had a really good game where he was leading a lot of those blocks.
Man, that might be another guy.
I like to see Taylor Decker having a good game. I like to see a guy like Tyreek Williams go out there and have a good game. And a guy that I think had a really good game that kind of got the spot start was Malcolm Rodriguez. Look at Alex Anzalone out of this one. You had Malcolm go out there, and he didn't miss a beat, man. He was good in coverage. He was crashing down on the line of scrimmage, making some tackles at the line of scrimmage. So, obviously, he had been rehabbing his injury for a majority of the year. But to see him go out there and take care of business the way he did in a start, I like that out of Malcolm. And, again, you could say Amon-Ra, you could say Jack Campbell, but you know those guys are going to be dudes. So, it was good to see some of the other guys step up.
Yeah,
Goff was slinging that bitch.
Another one of the guys too, Tyreek Williams. Thought he had a good game out there too. A couple times he got back in the field and caused some ruckus. So obviously you mentioned Mekhi Wingo. I did see someone comment, hey, next year, how about Penei at left tackle, Chris Hubbard at right tackle? Chris Hubbard, unfortunately, is 34. He may as well be another guy that might be contemplating retirement. We'll see. But I would love to have him back on the team if he doesn't. Nick, who impressed you?
One guy that didn't get a lot of shine this whole entire season also gets out playing against the Bears, boys. David Montgomery.
Yeah.
There is still 100% a spot for David Montgomery on this team, in this offense with Jahmyr Gibbs. You saw Gibbs get going in the passing game a little bit. 3 catches, 33 yards, big touchdown. I don't understand why they ran from the recipe as much as they did this season when you could play them both at the same time. I know the cap hit is up there a little bit for Monty, but I still believe that he can be a key piece on this team. If he's running for these tough yards, 8 rushes, 42 yards, that's tough sledding and a great average. And I just believe you need his kind of running to pair with Jahmyr Gibbs. And I know you didn't really see it a lot this season, and I don't believe he got the opportunities maybe he deserved this season because Gibbs was so explosive, but it felt like they almost forced Gibbs at times. When the O-line wasn't as good, Monty was getting those yards that Gibbs just couldn't right now in terms of breaking tackles through the line. So I thought you saw Monty really bounce back strong after all of the beef that was liking some Instagram comments and having different things. I thought David Montgomery ended his season in a positive manner in Detroit Lions' eyes.
And I do need to put this out there because I see this a lot on Twitter. I see it a lot in all the chat threads. David Montgomery's going to be on this team next year. He is under contract. He's coming back, and he's playing for the Lions next year. So, people let him walk. He's gone. Or can we bring him back? No.
He's under contract.
He is going to be here next year 100%. David Montgomery will be a Detroit Lion next year, and I'm excited for it because, like you said, and Braylon brought it up on the Braylon Edwards show with Shep as well, during those cold months, in those cold games when you're going to a Green Bay or you're going to a Chicago or you're going to one of those outdoor stadiums in December and in January, having a bruiser like David Montgomery, that's where he becomes even more effective. And we saw it against Chicago. Like you said, obviously he wants to get up against the Bears. Obviously he wants to go out there and put on a show. But it's also the factor of it was, 10 degrees outside. Nobody wants to tackle a dude like that in that cold of weather.
Yeah, Dave Montgomery in contract up until 27 and 8.3 cap hit next year for the Detroit Lions. He's probably going to be the Detroit Lion otherwise, unless the only way I can see that being a scenario
is if he asks out.
Exactly. If he has the conversation, hey, I'd like a little bit more opportunity in my prime. I don't want to be here in a 40-60 split, or 70-30 split, what it really felt like this year, maybe even less than that.
And I
wouldn't even be mad if he said that. I don't want it to be the case,
I
but
highly
I understand
doubt
it.
that happens.
Also, shout out
I don't know,
Monty.
dude.
Saw him downtown.
But yeah, shout out Monty.
Great guy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to break. Come back. We'll get to the Taylor Decker stuff. Also, maybe throw a little bit of Dan Skipper in there. Maybe Graham Glasgow. It's dang, man, dang.
Let me tell you about Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody can get a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $15 a month, or you can upgrade to the Black Card and get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,500 locations worldwide. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
26 with Amon-Ra St. Brown and making a difference on and off the field, showing us all the true meaning of community and care. Amon, through the St. Brown Foundation, is partnered with Lady Jane's and Haircuts for Men and Wicked Awesome Wishes to host the main event today. From 4 to 7, children facing life-altering challenges and illnesses will join us at Lady Jane's in Birmingham for a night of joy and unforgettable memories. They'll get to dye their hair blue, enjoy a special dinner, and take part in fun activities crafted with love by our team here at Wicked Awesome Wishes and Lady Jane's. Visit the stbrownfoundation.org and wickedawesomewishes.org for more information and for your opportunity to give back.
No Rule here with Chad Johnson, the founder of Wicked Awesome Wishes, all-around good guy. I do beat him on the golf course, though, just so everybody knows. But Chad, no, Wicked Awesome.
Good player. You're a good player. You're a good player.
I want it on record. No, but Chad, real quick here, Wicked Awesome Wishes, St. Brown Foundation. Look, you've always been a guy, Chad, where this has always been important to you, the success of Lady James and everything like that. When you started this, like I know you've had relationships with athletes and stuff like this, but when you started Wicked Awesome Wishes, did you think it would turn into this? St. Brown Foundation, partnerships with the Lions, all that kind of stuff. Did you think it was going to be this?
I can't always say that I thought it would be this, but when it comes from your heart and you want to be able to do more than just donate money, because we were always involved in charities, but more of just cutting a check. Yeah. And then it became more of like a personal thing. Once I lost my mom and I lost my dad to cancer, I really wanted to start the foundation to be much more involved so I could see it, I could touch it, we could put events on, we could see the changes in, a family's life, a child's life, a single mom's life, so I'm blessed, in many ways, but I think Wicked Awesome Wishes is one of the best things that we've created.
You partner up here with the St. Brown Foundation and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you see the kids, because I know that's been at the forefront for you. It's always been about the kids, and we have the kids over here right now, and they're getting the blue hair done. When you form a partnership with the St. Brown Foundation and have an event like this, I mean, Chad, like you gotta step back and look and say, man, I this is pretty incredible, man.
You know, I would think it starts with, you know, my team, you, everybody around me, Justin, who's filming right now. You know, but as far as Amon goes, you can see just how he was raised from his mom and his dad and his brothers and how close their family is. So, you know, when you're getting involved with somebody like him, that it's coming from his heart. He's not doing it for publicity. He doesn't want the media today. He don't want a bunch of questions today. He wants to be here for the children. And, you know, we've been around a long time to where people do things for different reasons. But when I know it's coming from someone's heart, then I want to be all in, and that's what we are with Amon.
All right, Chad, as always, appreciate the time, my friend. Great job here with the event tonight.
I appreciate you always, Neil.
There you
I
have
love
it.
the kids.
Yeah, Amon-Ra love the kids.
Amon-Ra love the kids.
Chad Johnson love the kids.
Chad
It's
Johnson
kind
love
of
the
funny
kids.
as the video plays. Obviously, everyone's here having a great time, and you hear the kids laughing, and I don't know. It's like one of the things that kind of just food for the soul.
Yeah, it
Hear
is.
the kids laugh in the background as we're watching them talking about that. And shout out to Chad Johnson because it is easy just to cut the check and donate something. It's different to be here, see it tangible. It's just I don't know. It's kind of cool. I love being part. That's one of my favorite parts. Being here as a network is the stuff we've given back.
The Wicked Awesome Wishes events that we do every year are always so cool. We did the one with Jeff Okuda when he was doing a giveaway for Christmas, and like you said, seeing the families, seeing the kids react to not only seeing a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown, but getting all of the things that they're getting and having the night that they had, man, it is awesome. And shout out, the Lions. This season might not have gone the way they wanted to, but these guys are so dedicated in giving back to the community. When you look at Amon-Ra, you look at Kirby Joseph, you look at Jamison Williams, DJ Reader, all of these guys do so much for the community, man. It's really awesome.
Yeah, it's over the corner here. They were hitting that 6-7 celly.
Yeah.
I'm on one of the kids. It's kind of cool.
We got that coming out pretty soon. Stay tuned to Woodward socials.
Dang, how do we switch from that to this next topic? It's not.
We just got a hard rip. It's showbiz.
All right, I guess run the clip, Chris.
What will go into your process of talking with Kendra and making your decision for what your future might hold, and how long do you expect that might take, Taylor?
I don't have an exact timeline on it. I would imagine it's going to be a couple months. I need to get away. I need to get away from football. I need to get my body feeling better. I need to make informed decisions. I need to get second opinions. There's a lot that I have to do because I want to make this decision moving forward informed. And I don't want to make it emotionally, because if I make it emotionally, I already know what the answer is going to be. But it's a massive decision, and it's not only about me, it's about my kids. I'll get emotional about that, but just to be able to show up and be the father that I want to be. It's not about, do I want to play football? So that's really important to me. Because I can make the selfish decision. I can keep playing until I can't walk anymore, or I can't throw the ball with my kids. But that's not what you do as a father and a husband. So that's going to weigh heavily into my decision. Is what is the future quality of life of mine going to look like, and how will that impact my kids?
There you have it. One of the leaders of this team, starting left tackle, captain, Taylor Decker, speaking about the options and choices he has to make in this offseason, and along with that, the family part of it. And as a father myself, I can relate. I'm sure there's fathers in the chats, mothers in the chats, even grandmothers, any kid in your life, brother, they grow so fast, and you're not guaranteed these moments. And if you're not able to be there to provide those moments, brother, you can't press the rewind button and relive it. It sucks. It's painful. I look at my kid last night, and I'm just looking at his pudgy little face. I know he's going to grow out. He's going to thin out, and he's not going to be a baby no more.
Yeah.
He's not going to want to run up and cuddle and watch football. It's not going to. Those moments aren't going to be there forever. And he's sacrificing those right now, not just because of the time he puts in practice and time off the field. He went in detail about his regimen of how he's taking care of his body, the shots he's taking in his arm, the rehab he takes at home, the extra rehab he takes in the practice facility, the procedures he's getting. It's taken away from those moments, let alone maybe the future moments too, because as he said, he can't even throw football right now. He's a football player.
Yeah.
It's gut-wrenching, man. It really is. It humanizes them in a way that I think a lot of people aren't able to look at these guys.
Yeah, man, it sucks. It just flat out sucks. And like, I love Taylor Decker. He's one of my favorite players on the team. I'm a big offensive line guy. I focus a lot on the offensive line, and him and Frank Ragnow have been with this team for so long, and they were such a big part of the rebuild and kind of, you know, getting back to competitive football and getting over the Quinn Trisha shit and blazing through that. And obviously the offensive line has been such a big thing that they've leaned on, and those two guys were, you know, some of the pillars of it, man. And losing Frank already, and now I would be surprised if Taylor Decker is back next year. But props to him for everything he's done for the community, everything he's done for the team, sacrificing his body. Like, I remember him and Frank Ragnow sitting down with Brad Galley, and both of them talking to him and being like, no, he's the strongest dude I know, or he's the toughest dude I know because he went through this, and this. And then Frank's like, well, Taylor's playing with a separated shoulder and a torn labrum. Like, he's the toughest guy we know. So, like, those guys have been such good mentors and such good, you know, veterans for these young guys and these young offensive linemen. And I think one of the biggest things with Decker is also never just putting on a face, never lying to the media or saying just what you have to say to get out of there. He is always honest. He is always brutally honest with his interviews, with his media, with his play, with his team's play. And that's something that he's not just showing these guys how to be, you know, football players. He's showing them how to be men in a certain aspect.
Yeah.
And he is such an important piece for this team. I would be extremely surprised if we see Taylor Decker again next year with the Lions, but man, he is a guy that can really, really flip the way that offensive line looks. So if he's not here, they're going to have to do something important to replace him.
Yeah. That's the thing, too, like with the family part of it, because I see some people in the chat right now, like, man up and get over it and stuff. It's just it's crazy. Maybe you don't have children yourself, but, like, football is temporary. It's been a temporary part of his life and a big part of his life.
Yeah.
And obviously set him up for life and his family for life. Your kids are forever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something like that's what you leave here on earth more than anything. Like your football career is going to be long gone. Your kid, your last name, that's forever.
That's forever.
That's what you want to spend your time. There's nothing wrong with wanting to treasure those moments and not want to miss out on those moments.
No, and you talked about already all of the parts of his life that he's have to sacrifice to get to where he is and to maintain where he, like, yeah, I know, like, all the college and stuff, and that's awesome. You're not like a regular college student when you are an athlete like that. It is that dedication. It is that grind that he's talking about, waking up at 6 a.m. to start the shots and to start the therapy, and then getting home, putting his kids to sleep, and doing it all again before he goes to bed. Like, that's been his life for like 20 years now. It didn't just start. Like, this isn't something that you just wake up and, oh, I have to turn it on because I'm a pro now. No, it builds up to that. So he's obviously missed out on a lot of that, and he sees it as selfish to his kids and to his family, and as I can respect that as a man. I truly can.
Yeah.
And I think if you're,
I think we all can relate.
The tough guy in the chat, like, oh, suck it up, man. Like, whatever, man. I'm sorry that you don't have, you know, loved ones that you want to get home to, because this guy is doing everything he can for this team, and it's not like it's like 4 years into. He's been here for 10 years, man. The average NFL career is 2.5 years. So he's given you everything he has, and if he decides to hang him up, best of luck to him and his family. But Deck, we could really use you next year, brother. Like, one more go, please. But it sucks, man.
Yeah.
The thing about the whole situation, though, real quick, Easy, is that you cannot have the same thing happen that you just saw with Frank at all. You need to go address the offensive tackle for sure. I don't want to see Skip over there if he's back. Like, this is not a situation where you can take a massive step back. Obviously, if he retires, you're going to take a step back unless you can truly upgrade in other areas. So you need to address the offensive tackle spot full on. I'm talking the first pick in this NFL draft, at least. And then you go out, you spend some money in free agency on a upgrade at an interior offensive lineman. You need to get this offensive line figured out. And from the sounds of that from Taylor Decker, he gone, boys. He is gone.
I would, if I was a betting man, and I am a betting man, I would not bet on him to be back after that. I mean, it's like you said, anything could happen. Maybe he wants to give it a go. Maybe he convinces Frank to have one last hurrah, and then they both hang him up. But
last dance.
Even if he's back or not,
he's not back.
If he is back or not, the Detroit Lions need to draft a tackle in the first round.
Yes, and we are absolutely going to talk about that. I believe we have a special guest in waiting, going to be joining us here shortly. But let's go to break, gather ourselves. We'll also talk about what the Detroit Lions should do moving forward to address that situation. But let's talk about Black Rock real quick.
Let me tell you about Black Rock Bar and Grill. Black Rock Bar and Grill is the home of the steak and the stone, and it is a sizzle above the rest. Again, shout out to them for catering for this event, for the main event here with Wicked Awesome Wishes and the St. Brown Foundation. Go support this business. You have 7 stores. We've been to all of them: Heartland, Novi, Canton, Ann Arbor, Utica, Davison, and Portage, whichever one is close to you. And when you go there, not only do you get good foods, great service, and a great price too. 20% off your total food bill just by mentioning Woodward Sports. Exclusions do apply. Black Rock Bar and Grill. Check it out.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Buddy's Pizza, ladies and gentlemen, this deal is still available for you. Get a free 4-square, 1-topping pizza when you order. I'm sorry, not when you order. We purchase a Buddy's $50 gift card. Me and Smitty talk about it too. Listen, you guys, if you're single out there, even for the family, make yourself look slick. Get the $50 gift card. All right, eat yourself for free, but keep that in the back pocket for that date, or next time you're hanging out with your mother, whoever it may be. It's Buddy's Pizza, the original Detroit-style pizza. Check them out at buddyspizza.com.
Woodward Sports Network, Brother Networks, and Shep, but today it's not about me. It's about individuals like yourself. Introduce yourself.
My name's Aaron Thorpe.
All right, now, Aaron, why are you here today?
Because I'm a part of Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I was diagnosed with this condition called autism. So I'm here today to see Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown will be here. He will be here to see individuals much like yourself. But you have a vibrant spirit, and this isn't the very first time that we met. We've met before. You're my friend. When did we meet?
We met when I was here for the Woodward Sports Podcast with my whole family.
He's better than me at this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I've stuttered about 3 or 4 times. He hasn't stuttered at all. Okay, now, is Amon-Ra St. Brown your favorite player, or is it somebody else who wears eye paint named Aiden Hutchinson?
It's Aiden Hutchinson because my grandma right there, when he was in high school, my grandma taught him in high school.
Divine child?
Yep.
Ah, there we go. Shout out to you. Now, what do you enjoy doing in your free time? What do you enjoy doing for fun?
Play video games and probably play football, basketball, soccer and baseball.
Now, basketball, you got 6 weeks off from basketball because you just had a little hip surgery procedure, but you're all good now, correct?
No.
You're not all good now. 6 weeks, he said. You're going to be hooping again.
Yes, in 4 weeks.
So you sped your timeline up a little bit.
Yes.
We got to have you on the show again, man. This is the second time we've done this. It's always fun. Are you going to come back and visit me?
Yes.
All right. Well, you come back and visit me. Pinky promise.
Yeah.
There we go. This is my guy. We're here. Wicked Awesome Wishes. Amon-Ra St. Brown Foundation.
Wait, I thought you said you were going to ask me other questions.
What do you want me to ask you?
What you want to
Okay. What music do you listen to?
Like country and rap.
Country and rap. Okay. What artist?
Country Morgan. My favorite country artist is Morgan Wallen. And then favorite rapper, probably Polo G.
Polo G? Morgan Wallen? Now, Morgan Wallen is going to be at University of Michigan this summer. We're going to have to see about that. We'll have to see about that. What else would you like me to ask you? You asked me a question.
Who's your favorite person on the Michigan team?
Currently?
Yes.
Favorite player on the team right now would be Andrew Marsh, wide receiver.
Why?
Because he plays wide receiver and he scores touchdowns.
Nice.
Like
that's not the only thing wide receivers have to do.
No, they block. I know they block. They catch passes. What else do they do? Run routes?
They have to run routes and make sure that if they have to have good eye coordination and hand-eye coordination so they don't drop the ball, they make the right kind of passes.
See, I needed him in year 3 when I was dropping those passes. He would have got me the right way. We appreciate it. We will see you again. You going to hang out a little bit more? What else are you going to do before you leave?
I don't know.
Let's get some autographs.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll see you guys later. Woodward Sports Network. Brother Network Show with Shep.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodsportsCom. Each of us, Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. There's our guy, Aaron, that we got to meet during the break. Super awesome kid. And as they said in the video, too, he was actually here before on the Braylon Edwards show where him and his family got tickets to the Tigers game. And on that show, though, they're kind of talking about baseball, but he's like, nah, I love football.
Yeah. He's
talking about St. Brown and Hutch being his favorite player. I think that's super, super, super dope that he's able to come back and actually get to meet one of his favorite players, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's awesome.
Shout out to Aaron, man. He's a good kid. He's full of spirit. You love to see things like that happen. Couldn't happen to a better kid to be able to experience something like this. And
the Detroit Lions
obviously,
select.
He's been through a lot of difficulties in his young life, and that's. I don't want to get emotional, man, but like that stuff it hits. Like seeing a kid like that.
I had to mute it. I was getting my feels a little bit.
It's you just talk. We talk about warriors like Taylor Decker and Frank Ragnow and stuff like that's a real warrior right there, man. And to do it all with that kind of attitude, with the smile on his face. And he's a Polo G fan, dude. Kid's chill, man. I love that. That's awesome. Great job by Braylon. Great. And shout out to Aaron, man. Second time on Woodward Sports for Aaron.
Yeah. He might get him a job.
He's good.
Dude. Yeah, we might get this guy a job.
He's comfortable on the mic for sure.
Shout out to Aaron. Yeah, he's not nervous at all.
No.
Shout out to Aaron, man. So we talked about the Taylor Decker stuff. One of the reasons you want to be home with your kids, right? You never know what type of situation come about you and your family and how much time you got with them. But the Taylor Decker stuff still needs to be addressed moving forward for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
I think it even expands beyond him. I don't know what the future holds with Graham Glasgow. I don't even know if Graham Glasgow's on a contract, for being quite honest with you. I have to look that one up.
I'll let me check.
Same thing with Dan Skipper. Dan Skipper has some somber words as well, post-game, and some tears in his eyes.
The last one.
Like that would be the guy to help you fulfill or replace the spot of Taylor Decker, also dipping out. Chris Hubbard, 34 years old. We don't know if he's coming back.
Graham is under contract next year. He's a UFA in 2027.
Okay.
So we got Graham still.
That is good. But again, he may be looking at retirement as well. Detroit Lions, Dan Kimball said today, I think a screenshot in the press conference, that they learned from the Frank Ragnow experience.
Yeah.
That you got to prepare yourself for these things. Unfortunately, we're like a year behind on this one already. You're going through the same thing as you did with Graham Glasgow, where it might end up being a rookie replacing him.
Yeah.
Manu miss.
I mean, I do not believe in Giovanni Manu. I don't. I'm not going into next year when you are still in a Super Bowl window. Yeah, I don't want to be mean to the guy, but you cannot have Giovanni Manu protecting Jared Goff's blind side. You can't. So we'll see what happens. they got to draft a tackle in the first round. I think they have to. I think it's a non-negotiable. And if there isn't a guy you like there, you're going to have to move up to get one. I think if you don't see one of those, you got to get one of the top 3 tackles in this draft class, in my opinion.
Now,
because we talked about,
yeah,
it is a non-negotiable that you need an elite offensive line. You need it. And we saw the play look better yesterday from the interior. So hopefully that's something that is going to get molded out, because obviously I'd still like to see them sign a center, but those young guys are going to continue to get better, continue to get more comfortable, and not have as many of the miscommunications that you saw this year. But if you're throwing a rookie left tackle into that mix as well, you better make sure he's a stud.
See a couple names in the Woodward Sports Chat. The name in the Woodward Sports Chat is Manu. And as Sweeney just said, he hasn't looked the part, guys. He has not looked the part. Whether it be availability or just his ability on the field, he is not ready to step in and be a left tackle for a team that wants to contend for a Super Bowl. He's just not. Can he make that step this year? I mean, hopefully. I hope. Can someone look up his age? Because that's the thing, too. When you draft these guys, you ever hear these draft analysts say, yeah, he's really good, but, he is only 24 or he is 25. That's because, the ceiling for development is it's thin. All right, this guy's older in his career. His body's pretty much done develop. It's the developmental part is kind of past these guys at that point. How much more can you expect out of Manu? How old is he? You find it? If he's 24, 25, I'm not going to allow myself to dream that up to be an all-pro left tackle.
Yeah.
Or even a Pro Bowl left tackle. And they're giving those out for free.
They are.
And when we talk about developmental pieces in terms of a first-round tackle, you're getting a guy that was looked at,
This is a year.
If you do go Proctor, say at 17, if he's there and that is the pick, this was a guy who was a top 5 prospect coming out of high school. He was regarded with the ability and size, and obviously he's a little bit raw, but it's not like taking a Canadian that played football for 2 years, whatever it was, in the 4th round when you're getting
British Columbia.
British Columbia.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? So yeah, you're talking about a whole entire different type of prospect in terms of if you go out and get a guy that is a little bit raw like Proctor, but you think Hank could develop him a little bit more because he does have the body, and he has played for Alabama, he played for Iowa, 2 programs that notoriously just build out offensive linemen and defensive linemen. So I think Proctor would be a good pick if you do sit at 17.
David Sparkman, 6964 in the Woodward Sports Chat Canadian Super Chat. Thanks, A.
Shout out.
He said, would Penne move to left tackle or if Decker retires? I think so.
It's possible.
I think you have to, personally.
It is Jared Goff's blindside.
It's Jared Goff's
and
blindside.
Giovanni Manu's one start he got against the Bengals, Goff was getting killed.
He was getting cooked.
Because he couldn't see the stuff coming. So yeah, actually Penne does have to move to the left side.
He has to.
And to the Giovanni Manu stuff, he's just not ready. He's just not ready.
And he turns 25 on the 26th of January.
And to be honest with you, I don't mind starting a rookie at right tackle as much as I would at center. I think at center you need a lot more of those protections called out.
I agree.
Especially that's been exposed this year in particular. You got to be able to call out those blitzes, let JG know they're coming, let these guys, the interior offensive linemen, know they're coming. I'd rather have the veteran piece there at the center spot. I would be okay if you're going into this year with a right tackle as a rookie, but it has to be one that, obviously he's going to get the job done for you, or at least has a potential to get the job done for you.
Yeah.
Some of the names that we were looking at today, obviously we're talking about, our guy Francis Moigoa, maybe not even being available to you in the draft.
No way.
Not
Another
anymore.
name you talk about,
way.
Fanu, probably not going to be available to the draft. Caden Proctor, a little bit more realistic. We're looking at getting to this kid named Jennings Dunker. I like what I saw to him on tape a little bit.
Jennings
I think
Dunker.
on tape, I don't know what the official measurement is. It looked like his arms were a little bit smaller.
He looked a little skinny.
It looked like a bigger guy, a National Football League edge rusher could give him some problems. But when you look at it on tape, he's out of Iowa. The other name, too, that I was looking at today, now he is technically a guard, but and I posted him on Twitter today, too, was Pregnon.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could play tackle or not, but he looked like a demon. I'm okay with taking an interior offensive lineman, too. But it's not looking like you're going to have to grab a tackle. Oh!
You got to get a tackle. I think Caden Proctor is.
It's got to be Proctor.
It's got to be the guy. He's going to be there right around that 15 mark.
Proctor or Dunker, I guess.
It's the Alabama connection also. Brad loves his Alabama guys. It just makes the most sense. And like you said, if Maui Go is there at 17, that means something happened. Like something crazy. Maybe we get another run of like 14 straight defensive players to start the draft or something, and then you give them a go, and you're like, okay, cool, all is great in pixie dust and fairy tale land. But
we're gonna send Nick to sleep with him in a big scandal.
There you go.
He'll fall in the draft.
There you go.
That's the plan.
In the hot dog suit that he should be in.
What are we
Nick in
doing
the hot
here?
dog suit running
We're
out of
off
his
to such a hot start, boys.
I think
Jesus.
This guy Nick just not a team player, man. Doesn't wear the hot dog
Gaslight.
suit.
One thing I will say right now is that's what this win literally takes away from you, though, is going up to get one of these top 2 tackles. I believe in my mind. I think if you look at some of the teams up top, you got to think the Jets are taking a quarterback. You got to think the Raiders are taking a quarterback. Possibly a third one in there if somebody does fall in love with Simpson. What are the Cardinals going to do with Kyler? Because they're restarting, it seems like. So that's why not being right on the outside of the top 10 truly hurts in my mind for that position to get one of those top 2 guys.
And I'm looking here, too, over the cap. Taylor Decker, if he were to retire this year, you get back as much as 18 to 21 million.
And obviously, we know the restructure is going to happen with Jared Goff, where he's going to free up a lot of money. Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra, they're probably going to restructure as well.
Is 18 to 21 getting you a Taylor Decker caliber tackle on the open market?
I think it could get you a Tyler Lindenbaum.
I think it can, too.
And then you can draft a Caden Proctor.
And I don't know, again, the Tyler Lindenbaum stuff, I don't know what's going on in Baltimore. I don't know what's real. I got to look into that stuff. If the Lamar Jackson stuff is real, then maybe Lindenbaum's going. But if he's not, he's definitely.
They're talking about Lamar getting traded. They're talking about Harbaugh getting fired. That's not a place I would want to re-sign.
I don't understand, though. If he doesn't get hurt this year, none of that's a thing.
None of that's a thing.
It's wild to me that you know this guy got hurt.
Yeah.
It's not like he's had a clear-cut poopy season.
No.
You lost your starting quarterback who was an MVP, easily could have won another MVP back-to-back just last year.
Yeah.
And now you're talking about just crushing the whole thing. I don't understand that at all. I don't believe that to be the case. I also didn't know. I don't know. That's just nuts to me. I can't wrap my head around that one.
No, I think it's just kind of like everything happening at once for Baltimore. It's like it's been 8 years with Lamar and Harbaugh. They haven't been able to get to even an AFC championship game, let alone a Super Bowl. So they're starting to think of things. And those fans of Baltimore, man, that poor guy, Loop. Dude, I feel bad for Loop. He's getting
more
lit.
like poop.
More like poop. He's getting lit up on social media right now. But I think Baltimore is just kind of at a place where it's the definition of insanity, where how many times are we going to keep going out there with the Lamar Jackson experience for it not to work before we're like, okay, you got to kind of make a change. And they're at a point right now where I think they're right there, where if they don't make a change now, what are they doing? It's obviously not working even when he's healthy.
But you're
even
trading Lamar Jackson? Is that a real thing? Lamar Jackson?
Dude, I don't know.
There's just no way.
Because you talk about people on our, who are you going to get better than Goff? Who are you going to get better than fucking Lamar?
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, if anything, I could see him letting go of Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Maybe the voice is getting stale, the relationship's growing. You know what I'm saying? Like, trading Lamar Jackson, brother. That's nuts to me.
I think
unless it's something injury-wise, they know that we don't.
I think talent-wise, I think coaching-wise, it would be Harbaugh's the guy you move on from first. And it's crazy to say because John Harbaugh is one of the best coaches in the league. He has been pretty much my entire life.
Yeah.
But, at some point, you got to do more. And, again, I mean, having Zay Flowers be the best wide receiver that Lamar Jackson's had in his 10 years is not helping him at all. But
yeah. And before we get into it, guys, we're not trading for Lamar Jackson.
No, we're not.
Just to let you know right now. We have Jared Goff on a very lucrative deal. All right. And he also has a no-trade clause. So, no, don't even let that into your head. We're not getting Lamar Jackson.
No. Lamar for Burrow. Switch it up, says Mike Cobb. That would be crazy.
That would.
That would be nuts. Kenny Powers, Nick, you do what is required for the team.
Nick, are you a team player or not?
100%. I think
all right,
Chad's loving
get
what's
up,
going on.
We got one for you.
Chad's loving the fit too. I will say.
I hope you like him.
A lot of comments on the fit.
I hope you like him petite and white.
Chill.
Yeah, Nick told me Nick's getting enough abuse. It's all right. I'll let it go. Smash the like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. We'll get some of you guys' comments over Sports Chat. I mean, what are your guys' plan for left tackle? I think you got to draft one. I hope and I pray you're in position to do so. If you're not, if it's looking and you're getting like word around the league, hey, Proctor's going here, Maui Gover's going there, do you make the move up? Because I'm looking at the left tackle on the open market. Brother, it ain't pretty.
Not great. I think
you don't let these guys
you
go.
need to draft one.
I think Proctor is the guy. I do.
What if he's not going? You move up?
You move up.
Yeah, you got to.
You got to. You have to get one of the top 3 tackles in this draft, and the only realistic one you can acquire is Caden Proctor. And I like him as a prospect too. It's not just like you have to get him. He's also, like Nick said, he's been one of the best tackle prospects his entire career. He went to Alabama. You know, Brad loves that Alabama connection. I think it makes sense to me.
I know there's a left tackle out of Utah. Haven't really done much.
Lemieux?
I was watching his tape.
I haven't watched any on it yet. So
He's big,
but
he's not athletic.
He's not athletic.
Yeah.
He's a little slow off the ball. I didn't really like what I saw. Obviously, I have to dive a little bit deeper, but I was watching his tape today.
Yeah. Not a trade down scenario. Get him.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not trading down.
Caleb Lemieux.
I'm not trading down.
Lemieux.
Laboo-boo.
Yeah,
I think I'll be fine with if it ends up being like Jennings Dunker. Just at 17, it feels like.
Yeah, if I'm trading down, I'm trading all the way down. And I'm getting as many prospects to recoup, and I'm not going for – because he's going to be a first-round
I think that's a guy you could trade down to get.
Yeah. Jennings Proctor, we could talk about that.
Well,
Again, you got to see his measurements, though, too. He may be better suited as a guard.
Shout out Lemieux and Fano, 2 tackles from Utah. Michigan just hired the strength coach from Utah. Shout out.
All right, let's go.
Little love today. I mean, just add to the powerful staff that they're building in Ann Arbor. Shout out.
Yeah, all right. On that note, tell us about Wicked Pickle.
I don't know why that got shut down so much. It was a good hire. Shout out. 2 guys in the draft we're talking about. Listen up. This is your last chance to register for the Woodward Sports Wicked Pickle Open, January 9th through the 11th. 3 days of nonstop pickleball. Men's, women's, mixed and singles divisions. This is where champions are made. And come out Friday night at 7:30 p.m. for the Woodward Sports Celebrity Tournament as we hit the court. All your favorite Woodward Sports personalities throwing down, plus local celebs, and it's all broadcast live. Sign up now at pickleballtournaments.com or call Wicked Pickle at 734-331-3451.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Main event is happening now with Amon-Ra St. Brown, the St. Brown Foundation, the Wicked Awesome Wishes St. Brown Foundation. I just remixed them, I guess. And Lady Jane's. Listen, we're giving back to the community. The kids are coming here. They're dyeing their hair blue. They're eating the best of the best with Black Rock. And then also tons of stations of fun activities for these children. Like I said, we're up here doing the show. You hear the music. We're hearing the laughs in the background. It's a great spot. Shout out to St. Brown and the St. Brown Foundation. Visit the stbrownfoundation.org and wickedawesomewishes.org for more information or your opportunity to give back to a cause. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodsportsCom. He's your West Middle Raxter, Chris, Nick Kohloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. We're kind of just going over the left tackle situation for the Detroit Lions, and it's not looking pretty. But we gave you some names. Jennings Dunker is one I like. Caden Proctor. It's a matter of, like, will they be able to fall to us? But if it's a matter of need, I think you either got to trade up for one or trade back. That way you're not taking one too early.
And we know Brad is not afraid to move around the first round. Whether it's trading up, whether it's trading down, we know that he has shown the ability and the willingness to do both of them. If he finds his guy, if he identifies his guy, he's going to go get him. So you don't have the ammo that you did in the past, but who knows? Maybe you could trade 8 of your 7th round picks for him.
Full Slate Farm says Proctor can't play left tackle in the NFL. Go ask NFL scouts; they will tell you that he's a right tackle, but might have to move inside. His kick step is not quick enough. No, for sure. You saw it against the end of the game.
Yeah,
but,
I want him playing right tackle,
and I'm fine if he has to play inside.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Mahogany. All right, I like him off the field. I like a little bit what we saw on the field, and I think Ratledge's spot is there to stay unless he bumps over to center. But the interior of this offensive line did not look good this year.
No, it did not.
That was a weakness of this offensive line. There's a weakness of Jared Goff is that interior pass rush. If you get a guy like Proctor, you got to kick him inside. That's still a plus. That's still going to allow you to open up your run game. That's a 6'7", 366-pound man.
Yeah.
David Montgomery is drooling. Jahmyr Gibbs is foaming at the mouth thinking about that guy blocking in front of him. Like, I'm still making that pick. I'm not telling you he's going to be a tackle, but get him on the offensive line.
And if he can play right tackle, sounds great. We have the best tackle in the world. He can play on the left side. Like, Penei Sewell will be an all-pro left tackle, too. So, yeah, we'll see what I think either way, you have to draft in the first round and sign a big contract to 2 offensive linemen. Whether that's sign a tackle and draft an interior guy, or draft an interior guy, or draft a tackle and sign an interior guy, I think you need that on both sides.
So my question would be, is there anyone coming into this playoff round 1, a team that could be disappointed, exit out early, and maybe looking to retool and offload some things? Could there be some available tackles on these playoff rosters that, if they fall deep of expectations, like the Lions, like the Ravens,
there may be,
available?
But it's the same price to move up in the draft, in my opinion, to get one of those like premier left tackles. It's precaution of the first round, maybe a couple 2s, maybe 2 and a 3. It's going to be that type of scenario.
It's worth it financially.
Yeah, and I think there is one. It's probably the Panthers, who actually got 2 centers that might be living that are guys we can sign as well. But I don't know about the tackle spot, and those guys are going to free agency as well too. So, but nothing of note, nothing of that I can think of off the top of my head. Do you got anyone, Smitty?
Nothing that stands out to me at the top of my head. No, Trent Williams is either retiring or he's playing with the 49ers.
He'll be 38 when he hits free agency in not 26 but 27. I was looking at 27 though, because that's where you may be seeing this. If they do want to offload him, if they're not going to re-sign him, a guy on there is Tunsil, but I gotta think that they want to have him for Daniels at left tackle over at.
And the other thing I remember too is like these guys are very particular with who they acquire on this roster. Maybe that's something they change.
That's what
that is the thing they need to have that conversation about. Like, hey, maybe we need some more a-holes in this team to stomp some mud holes in other teams and go win yourself a ring. That's a conversation I hope they have. Even the speed rusher thing. Year after year, we tell you guys in this draft class, we fall in love with these quick, twitchy edge rushers that are under 260 and under 6'4".
But he's not going to get them.
We're not going to get them. Yeah. That's what we tell you every year. Maybe that's something you need to change too. I mean, I looked at the Seahawks defense in particular over this past weekend because they are arguably the best, if not the second best defense in the National Football League right now. And they kind of do the same thing. We're lining the 5 guys up front, and you're simulating pressures. You don't know which 4 are coming. Same thing Brian Flores is doing too. We do that sometimes. It's just that sometimes when it's Derek Barnes, he can't get there. All due respect to him. Maybe you got to upgrade from that at that spot. If he's going to be your 5th man down, and he's going to be, if you're going, he's, by the way, would be an undersized edge rusher. Go get that guy in the draft class that could actually get after the quarterback. I know Barnes is doing it by necessity or by scheme, but get a guy that's not just doing it. Get a guy that actually benefit and capitalize and get to the quarterback from that spot.
I agree.
Josiah Stewart was a guy we wanted last year. As a Raku guy we talked about last year. Go get that guy this year if that's the case. James Pierce Jr., who led rookies in sacks this year with 10.5.
I agree 100%. I think when you talk about the things they need to change, about the things they need to do differently, those are 2 of the biggest ones. Is stop trying to find the fit. Stop trying to find this guy that's going to work there. No, find ball players. Find dogs. Find guys that are going to go out there and do everything they can to kill the other guy. And it doesn't matter where they're from. It doesn't matter how much you have to pay them. You got to get them in here. You got to bring them in. And maybe we see, obviously, Alex Anzalone, a free agent this year. I don't want to see him go on, but I would be surprised if they re-signed him to a deal just because they were already having contract disputes earlier this season. So I do believe that Alex Anzalone is going to be playing somewhere else next year. Maybe you bump Derek Barnes back to the off-ball linebacker and you bring in a guy that can actually get after the quarterback to put him in Derek Barnes' spot. Because Derek Barnes is still a good player, and he could do different things, and he's pretty solid in coverage. Remember, he had the interception to seal the game against the Buccaneers. But maybe with Alex Anzalone leaving and with Jack Campbell ascending into arguably the best linebacker in the league, you feel more comfortable bumping Derek Barnes back to the off-ball spot and you bring in a guy that's going to kill the quarterback.
As great as a guy he is too, maybe it wasn't a great signing. I mean, again, you got to put aside these. This is my guy. Dan Campbell said this like 2 years ago.
Can't fall in love with
you
him.
can't fall in love with your own guys.
Yeah.
You can't. And it feels like, and that was one of my fears with this regime. But again, don't pull the, well, who are you going to get? I'm not doing that. We're not playing that game. But we could criticize guys for what's actually taking place. And then maybe one of the things these guys did is fall in love with their own guys. Maybe fall in love with their own scheme, their own ideology. Because it hasn't worked out to the tune of a Super Bowl championship. Not yet. Are they good? Yes. Have they been to a Super Bowl? No.
I know we're up against a break here, but this super chat from poor Daryl 399 is a good one. I think this could even be a topic in and of itself. Fans need to go the other way and Jedi mind trick Brad Holmes into drafting for need. Offensive tackle with first pick and signing free agent center is as bad as needing the edge was the last 2 years. Is it on par, equal, or more?
It's worse.
Worse.
Because you saw them get to an NFC championship game without any help for Aiden Hutchinson. You saw them win 15 games with no edge rushers on the roster. You cannot win a North if you don't have an elite offensive line. You will not win an NFC if you do not have an elite offensive line. You could do that without an elite tandem of defensive linemen because really it takes one guy making a play a couple times in a game when you look at edge rushers, and Aiden Hutchinson can do that, but the offensive line needs to be elite every single play, and you can't do that with just Penei Sewell.
By the way, Keith, though, asked a great question over Sports Chat. The Detroit Lions receiving a third for losing Carlton Davis because DJ Reed didn't meet the qualification of snaps due to that hamstring injury he had. We are getting one, but I think it's a fourth round, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll take it.
So we'll take it. So
maybe you trade that and 4 7th-round picks to move up.
And don't none of you, and I know how you guys are, you sycophants, get twisted. Oh, the brilliance of Brad Holmes. No, you didn't know that DJ Reed was going to miss a quarter of his season due to a hamstring injury. That's not a brilliance of Brad Holmes. Maybe it is, though. He does love banged up guys. I love Brad. I'm not going to go down that road, but yeah. Detroit Lions are in dire need of some changes.
Big Wolf Status says if you get guys that cover, they will get more sacks. You work back to front in football. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You work from the inside out.
That's why they get paid the most. Who said that?
Big Wolf. Bob Quinn's burner in the chat saying you work from the outside in.
Yeah.
No, you work from the inside out in football.
Inside out. And real quick, talking about the changes coming, did you guys hear that I didn't see it because we were doing the live stream, obviously, for the game, but Tom Brady talking about sometimes you need to sit in that loss.
Yeah.
So you could fuel you a little bit. And like, I was fine. Once I knew we weren't going to win the Super Bowl, I was fine. I'm not fine with missing the playoffs, but I feel like this regime needs that. You know, we talked about this a little earlier in the season. I feel like I was kind of okay with taking a few of these L's because I feel like they need a little bit of humble pie.
Well, hopefully they actually eat the humble pie. And they're not.
I think they will.
And they're not just looking at pictures of it.
Because Dan Campbell sounds pissed. Yeah. And he's been openly talking about change, whether it's coaches or whatever it may be this offseason when they self-scout. So we'll talk about that more, but we do have to go to break. Chris, you got something real quick?
No, I was just queuing break. So.
Well, let me tell you about Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. They have been servicing families in Detroit for over 42 years, and they can do the same for you. Visit them at SharonsHeating.com. They got a brand new website with a ton of cool options for you to check out. It's Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning, SharonsHeating.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Live from Woodward Sports Network in the Lady Janes in Birmingham, Michigan. We are hosting the main event, the event where we're making changes and differences on and off the field with Lady Janes Haircuts for Men and Wicked Awesome Wishes, as well as the St. Brown Foundation. Children here will be able to dye their hair blue, enjoy a special dinner, and take part in fun activities here at Lady Janes. Visit stbrownfoundation.org or wickedawesome.org for more information. What? What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodwardSports.com. Easy to remember Raxter, Chris, Nicholas, Kohloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. We got a super chat for this topic. Spinny, it's time to get to it. Nick, let's go around the league.
Around the league. Fair or foul.
Heat or
Fire ice.
Let's go, boys. You guys know what it is. Bunch of coaches getting canned today. Could be for the benefit of the Detroit Lions and
Black
bringing
Monday.
in a proven coordinator by chance. Lord knows we need one on the offensive side and possibly one on the defensive side. One guy that I don't think that will be coaching anymore, Pete Carroll, getting canned today by the Raiders. He went 3-14. Is this a hit or a miss by the Raiders to can Pete Carroll?
It's a hit. You keep Pete Carroll. He's got to go do his Zumba classes or whatever later age lesbians do. I don't know, but Pete Carroll cannot be an NFL head coach anymore. I think it was kind of painfully obvious.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit of the scapegoat and a little bit of the problem. Like, I'm sure he had, hey, let's go get Geno. If I'm coming in, I've made the playoffs with Geno. We can do some things with Geno. And they brought in Geno, and Geno was absolute cheeks. So, and they're a little bit of a rebuild, too. Pete Carroll, kind of older. Maybe not the time to do that. I don't know. They got to switch a lot of stuff up. I'm not mad at him doing it. I do respect Pete Carroll, though. I guess they went up to him, and they're like, hey, can you retire? We'd like this to go smoothly. But if he retired, he would have not gotten all the guaranteed money in his contract. He said, screw that. You're going to fire me, which I respect.
Oh, yeah,
I would
dude.
do the same exact thing.
You think a guy that chews gum like that's going to retire? No way.
Not a chance.
That was on the Raiders, bringing him in on some last-ditch effort, to try to get anything from Pete
Because Ben
Carroll.
shunned him.
What?
Ben. They wanted Ben. That was like the two.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the two last places. Raiders and
Is Pete Carroll just time to retire,
Yes.
or would you ever look at him as a defensive, assistant?
a senior defensive assistant. I would be totally open to with
Emphasis
Pete
on
Carroll.
senior.
To be honest with you, I don't see an issue with
Emphasis
that
on
one.
the senior, yeah.
I don't know what the Raiders defense looked like this year. I tried not to watch them. Actively tried not to watch them. When I did, it was some of the worst interceptions. Not just like bad interceptions from Geno Smith, but like some damn, that's terrible luck interceptions. Like, it just nothing was going right for this guy. But
I
I'd
would
bring him
not
in.
hire Pete Carroll, no.
I'd bring him in. Senior defensive assistant, the Legion of Boom. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm good on Pete Carroll.
One guy
Great
got
coach.
canned. Easy. Little soft spot in his heart for this guy. Kevin Stefanski finally gets let go by the Browns. He went 5-11. Allegedly, he's an offensive mind. Those offenses haven't looked good in years, though, boys. Is Kevin Stefanski a guy that you're bringing in?
This guy, Nick, dude.
What do you expect out of those offenses?
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, I didn't know he was an offensive guy until today. I was doing the research on him.
Yeah, I think one thing they've always had there with the poopy offense has been a bit of a run game.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we need here. We need that. What it was Quinshawn Judkins. Remember when Nick Chubb went down? Who the two guys? No matter who it was, except at the running back position, they had success under Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski won a lot of games that he should never had business doing.
No.
I mean, the Steelers didn't. listen, I know last night the Steelers like locked in for the playoffs, and they got it. They should never been in that position to do so. But they got beat by his Cleveland Browns team. A 2-time Coach of the Year award. I would love to have Kevin Stefanski here. I think, unfortunately for us, he's overqualified. Somebody's going to grab him to be the head coach of their organization. It'll be a great hire, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would 100% love for Kevin Stefanski to be the offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions. He won, 5 games or games with 5 different quarterbacks starting in a single season. He revitalized Joe Flacco's career and had Joe Flacco be worth any type of trade assets. He is a great coach. But, yeah, he's not going to be a coordinator.
He brought the Browns the most success they ever had.
Ever.
Won the playoff game with Baker. Then they traded Baker away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you bring in Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, former shell of himself. I don't know the amount of games he won. Did he make the playoffs 2 years ago? I don't remember who was the quarterback.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, it ended up being Flacco.
Yeah, he won games with 5 different quarterbacks that year.
So if
he's an offensive guy,
and they made the playoffs.
He's going to be a head coach.
If he comes here, though, does that mean it's a QB battle at camp?
Yeah, dude, he went 2023. He went 4-1 with Joe Flacco, 5-1 with Deshaun Watson,
Maz would love it.
And 1-1 with PJ Walker, and then 1-2 with DTR, who's not even in the league anymore.
Nope, neither is PJ Walker.
This guy, yeah.
Didn't PJ Walker beat us?
Yeah, he did when he was with the Panthers. This guy, I think he's a great offensive head coach. And I tell you what, if his staff is gone, talking about bringing in senior assistants, I don't know if listen, this is definitely a pipe dream. Is it up on your list? Are you on your list, Nick?
Your list?
I won't say it.
I don't have any.
Jimmy
I got
Schwartz.
All coaches.
Jim Schwartz.
Yeah,
I would
I have
Pick
all
up the
coaches.
phone and offer him the world. You see that Browns defense? He won a championship with Philadelphia, an elite defense.
Yeah.
He brought back the Bills defense when he was there shortly.
Myles Garrett broke the sack title. I mean, it's Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Still.
Listen, you call him up. What if $12 million? Is that too much?
No.
Even as a senior defensive assistant.
DC.
Yeah, you got to make that happen.
I would make Jim Schwartz my defensive coordinator tomorrow.
And it's not going to happen because it's too good to be true. It's too Madden, That's just the way this regime works my whole life. And stuff. The only sweet thing that happened outside of Brad Holmes doing what he did with the draft classes, Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Whereas a Madden type thing,
sick.
it's like, oh shit, we actually signed Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
And he was amazing.
He was really good.
Sometimes making those moves works out for you. It's worked out for the Rams, worked out for the Eagles. I don't know why we don't do these things where it's like obvious things to do. Hey, drafting Jalen Carter might help you win a Super Bowl. Put him next to Aiden Hutchinson. Let me calm down.
Schwartz gives you a little bit of edge on that defense as
Yeah.
well. Everyone
man,
loves a
a
good
mean
edge.
streak.
Jack Campbell under a Jim Schwartz defense.
Even if you don't want to insult Shep by making him a defensive assistant.
Brian Branch in no. You're bringing him here to be a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Brian Branch in a Jim Schwartz defense? You kidding me?
Let me see Aiden Hutchinson. Give him another
kidding
end,
me?
too.
Playoffs.
Come on. God, I'd love for those Jim Schwartz teams. I'm going to be honest with you, boys. I would love if we brought him back as a DC.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, look at Patricia didn't work out as head coach. She's a great DC now. In college, though.
This guy, pretty awkward off the rip. He got let go. Jonathan Gannon, Cardinals, 3-14. Yikes. Yeah. Jonathan Gannon.
Shots. Explosives.
Was this ever going to work in Arizona? And would you guys look at Gannon as any role for the Detroit Lions? He's an oddball, but
if you let go of Shep, of course the name I'd bring in and I'd have the interview with,
You'd bring in Jonathan Gannon to interview him if you fired Shep.
Yeah.
Yes. You would not fire Shep for him?
Yeah, exactly. Because and I know he had success with the Eagles, but that's also another stacked team where you're just going to be hard not to have success with Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. At that point, they still had my man that's with the Jets, the edge rusher.
Huff.
No, not even Huff. Hassan Reddick.
Yeah.
That was a crazy defense. Prime Slay.
Yeah, no, I would.
I guess I'd be open to it. I guess
I would be open,
just,
but I'm not. I don't know if I'm firing Shep for Jonathan Gannon.
I'm not racing to the market for him.
yeah, me neither. I just think he's a very awkward guy. I like Shep.
He's a weird guy.
He's a very weird guy. I would much rather have Schwartz for sure over Jonathan Gannon, but maybe the guy right here.
Yeah.
He went 8-9, turned his season around, and still got let go by the Falcons. Raheem Morris, boys. Is this the future defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions?
I sure as hell hope so. I absolutely, automatically, 100%. If you're saying, would you like Raheem Morris as the defensive coordinator next year? Yes. Sign me up, please. Look at what he did in Atlanta with not the greatest team around, with not the greatest assortment of weapons, young defensive linemen, a banged-up secondary, and that defense was nasty. I mean, he wasn't week in, week out this elite defense, but that's because, he wasn't cut out to be the head coach.
This is his second stint as head coach, too. Remember, he was there with the Buccaneers for a little bit as well. Maybe he's in a situation, too, where it's like maybe he's not ready to jump into a full-time job or he doesn't want downgrade to a DC quite yet. Again, another senior defensive assistant. Make it happen, And I see a lot of comments, too, in the Schwartz left Detroit, the bad taste. Schwartz hates the Ford family. Guess who used to hate the Ford family as well? Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson left with a bad taste. You know what fixed it? Manyan, Moolah, okay? And the way I saw she looking at the postgame the speech from Dan Campbell, she looked pissed off. The way she's changed things around this organization, throw that money at Jim Schwartz. Not only is it mending the fence or whatever the hell you want to say, it's also going to give you a hell of a defensive coordinator, a hell of a defensive mind in that building. You got to do that. And same thing with Raheem Morris. Does he want to? Him and Dan Campbell, they linked up at the pregame or postseason, whatever the hell you want to call it, preseason.
Yeah.
And they canceled that game early. They got a relationship, clearly. You know what I'm saying? And, fuck, I stabbed myself. That hurt like a bit. With my damn pen fidgeting around. But bring him as a defensive assistant, for sure. Senior assistant.
I would DC.
Or Shep Walk sign him.
I'm bringing him in as a DC.
The thing, though.
Would you rather have him as your DC or Shep? Easy.
Raheem Morris.
I don't listen. I don't hate the idea of Raheem Morris. He won the Super Bowl with that. But the situation with him, his defensive, when it's been the best, he's also had the best. Aaron Donald in L.A. this year, those two edge rushers they got, Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. They tore it up. He also had some pieces to work with.
You got pieces to work with here. You've got Aiden Hutchinson. You got Brian Branch. You got Kirby Joseph. You got Jack Campbell. It's not like we're just barren of talent on defense.
Yeah.
It just kind of looked like that.
I'm just saying we weren't talking about the Atlanta defense like this last year,
The Lions defense?
No, Atlanta defense.
Oh, yeah. That's fair. But they had nobody.
And then in L.A., too, he had a stack,
Grady Jarrett
too.
was their best player last year.
Yeah. I'm looking it up right now where they ranked and stuff like that. But, bring them in. If you, I don't think we're getting rid of Shep. So all these guys, what I'm saying, defensive senior assistant type roles.
Would you sign a guy like Christian Wilkins, even though he's freaky? Could get him at a discount.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Keep some of those freaks off him.
We might have, speaking of freaks, I think we got Brunson and Hart in town tonight for a big matchup against the Pistons. Here we go. We got two more, boys. Brian Daboll got let go earlier this season with the Giants. Could you guys see any sort of role for Daboll in this Lions organization?
I wouldn't be mad at him as OC.
I don't want him as OC.
No?
I wouldn't. Would I be like, if they're like, Brian Daboll is the new offensive coordinator for the Lions, I'm not jumping on the desk like Tom Cruise, but I wouldn't be mad about it. But I think there are better options.
I just don't think he is. Oh, no, they had a top 10 defense. Oh, no. That's bottom 10 defense last year, the Falcons. Anyway, I'm open to Dabes. I'm not super sold on Dabes. I think when we've seen him have success, there's a different type of personnel, that he's had success with than what we have right now. But I want somebody that could, influence the run game or at least has coordinated a run game at Elite One. I think that's Stefanski, in my opinion. Dabes has had the mobile success with mobile quarterbacks. We don't have that. Newsflash.
Yeah.
Last one for you. Brian Callahan of the Tennessee Titans got a very short stint.
He was cheeks.
Yeah, no thanks.
No thanks?
No thanks. I'm good.
One guy
Although I think they should hire Matt Nagy. That'd be a great hire for him. And everybody likes to shit on Matt Nagy. He won, 2 playoff games or 1 playoff game with freaking Mitch Trubisky?
Turd burglar.
Come on, dude. That's impressive.
It is impressive.
One guy we didn't mention on here, Brian Flores. Do you guys think that he ultimately hits free agency as a coach?
I think he's going to be the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders.
I think he's going to be a head coach, too. If he's not a head coach, if I'm the Detroit Lions, I'm making him the highest paid defensive coordinator in the history of the NFL. But I think he's going to be a head coach.
That was Heavyweight Huddle, Coach's Edition.
All right, let's go to break. We'll come back. We got another hour for you guys.
The Power Hour.
Tell us about Sun Cruiser, Nick.
Best drink in the game right now. It's Sun Cruiser, vodka iced tea, and Sundays in Detroit just got smoother with Sun Cruiser, vodka iced tea, and Woodward Sports Network. It truly is the best drink in the game out right now. Low in calories, 4.5% alcohol, great taste. You could drink them all day long if you wanted to. If you're going out, make sure you check out Sun Cruiser. Let us know what you think when you get back. We're sure here at Woodward Sports that you're going to love them. Make sure to check out Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. It's the best drink in the game right now. We love them here at Woodward. So will you.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
We're here live at the main event brought to you by the St. Brown Foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes, and Lady Jane's Haircut for Men. We are giving kids with illnesses and life ailments the opportunity to dye their hair blue, eat phenomenal dinner, enjoy some arts and crafts made here with the people here at Wicked Awesome Wishes, and also meet this guy named Amon-Ra St. Brown. You may have heard of him. Visit wickedawesomewishes.org, stbrownfoundation.org for more information, and also your opportunity to give back.
Let's dance.
Let's dance. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward's Live, WoodSports.com. Easy to watch more Raxter on Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Answer to the Jets, says Fred Folson. I could unfortunately see that. I just saw something on my timeline, too, that, Graham Glasgow, he's not sure if he's coming back either. He hit media with a "will see." So,
jeez,
there's that, ladies and gentlemen. Nick?
I could definitely see Enzo on the Jets.
Yeah, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have any twin telepathy? Tap in with your boy Graham. Do you think he's staying or going?
All I'm getting from Graham right now is...
You want some pizza?
Yeah, it's just chocolate milk, prime rib, some Chicago-style deep dish, nice Italian beef, and he'll be back. Okay, all right, there we go.
There we go.
All right.
All right, I like that.
Shout out, brother.
We need it.
Brother.
Nick, let's go around and leave the playoffs, man.
Let's do it. Also, I hope Graham is back in a reserve backup role on the interior offensive line because we need
or starting at guard
next to Linderbaum.
Yes.
Speed of guards, the Hawks and Trae Young are working on a trade officially.
Shout out.
Ooh. I hope he goes somewhere stupid like Charlotte.
Also, Zach Taylor and staff are all staying the same. The Bengals are running it back with everyone, not changing a damn thing.
The Bengals are?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Are they bringing back Hendrickson?
I don't know. Probably not him, but the staff that is.
Bengals are. Sometimes I think that we're.
Oh, shoot. Mike Garofalo quote tweeted me.
What was it?
They asked, he posted John Spytek about Max Crosby. They asked, is he untradeable? And then he says, I didn't love that idea. I love Max. He embodies what a Raider is. I've been pretty upfront with that from day one. I sat up here a year ago, and I continue to believe that. I commented underneath. I said, that didn't answer the question at all, LMAO. Mike Garofalo quote to me said, which frankly answers the question.
Ooh.
Magnifying glass. Shout out Mike Garofalo.
Shout out Mike Garofalo.
Bring him home.
Easy, you got clout on Twitter, dude.
Kind of do.
You're
not going to lie.
You do.
Let's get Mike Garofalo on the show.
Shout out. DM him right now.
Hey, if I send you a link, can you join live right now?
Breaking down Max Crosby to the Lions.
It's not a scam.
Yeah.
Let's dance.
You get $300 in bonus bets. It's not a scam.
Imagine that's your first time texting somebody.
Hey, come on. This offshore booking account. I swear it's not a scam. But what were we talking about? We got another around the league.
Oh, yeah, for the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Which one of the teams that made it in over us?
Playoffs?
Because we stink. I'm just kidding. We don't stink. But why? You know, who's gonna win it all? Whatever Nick's got cooked up over there.
All right, let's go, boys. We're going in order of the games that are going down this weekend. Starting with the LA Rams at Carolina as 10.5-point favorites. The Rams walk in. Would this loss be worse than the Lions' loss to the Commanders if the Rams somehow choke this game?
To who are they playing? Sorry,
Carolina.
Oh, Panthers? No way, dude. Kidding me?
Sneaky.
Panthers are a unit.
10.5-point dog at home.
I mean, but who cares what Vegas says? We know what the Panthers are. The Panthers are real. Panthers are going to the Super Bowl. No, I'm just kidding.
They beat them earlier in the season, dude.
It would be worse. Yeah, I think so. Because Jaden Daniels was dynamic. Dan Quinn is a very, very good coach in this league. You had some guys on the back end like Bobby Wagner on that defense that have done a lot of things in this league. Panthers are still kind of new. Even obviously the Commanders were too, but they had some more veteran pieces. I would say, yeah, it would be worse. But I don't know. The Lions were also super banged up. So, yeah, it would be worse. I was going to say the Lions were a better team last year than the Rams are this year, but the Lions were also missing 85% of their defense.
Yeah. I forgot I did that bikini thing. I'm going to do it to Garofalo. If you guys don't know, so on Twitter, if you go to Grok, I don't know if they're still doing it, but
they're still doing it.
If you go to Grok's profile on X, you can make the AI photos. If you go to the photos, so many of you humans, the gross weirdos, anytime there's a photo of any girl, there's someone under there. Hey, Grok, put her in a bikini.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And Easy did it with Al-Qadim Muhammad today.
I wish I didn't, to be honest with you.
I was staring right at you.
Yeah, dude. Pretty graphic.
Super chat in there from 7 of 9 yards. Why haven't the Lions announced firings yet? I don't know, man.
Bro, it's day one.
Yeah, relax.
You gotta take his time.
Dan said he has to reevaluate.
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah, you got to reevaluate everything before you do all that. You got to see who's available.
To be fair, Johnny
Who
Moore
you gonna
could have got
replace him
fired
with?
like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can see Johnny Moore still coming back, not as OC, but just being in the building. Passing game coordinator.
No.
Senior offensive assistant.
No.
I could see that being the case for sure.
I don't think so. LA Rams.
Well, I do.
Easy.
Yeah.
Would this loss be worse than the Detroit Lions to the Commanders?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this is... Dude, they didn't even win the game to get in.
It's in Carolina, though.
The Falcons had to escort them into the playoffs by beating the Saints.
Hey, never a doubt.
This doubts.
Never
Yeah.
How do the Panthers pull off this historic upset?
They just got to let Bryce Young beat
pulled
Bryce
it
Young.
off earlier in the regular season by turning the ball over. I mean, I guess getting
Forcing
takeaways
turnovers.
from Matthew Stafford. So they have a similar game plan like that, running the football. That's really the only way you can beat the Rams these days. And they did the same thing with the Falcons. So if Matthew Stafford's getting a little sloppy, going for the home run a little too much,
You like him extra
maybe he caught the fence a lot too. So yeah.
Yeah, Derek Brown needs to be him for them to win this game. He's got to be in Stafford's grill at all times. But they're not going to win. Or
Would be awesome if they do.
That would be awesome. I never had any doubts.
That would be exciting. Is Bryce Young confirmed the franchise guy after making the playoffs for
No.
the first time?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, give him a Supermax. No.
DNC says they took Grok picks off the page.
Oh, rip. He looked
What an error.
pretty good in this stretch, and he made some nice plays, but he also did a lot of stupid stuff. He does have more comeback victories in the past 3 years than any other quarterback in the National Football League. So.
No, they didn't.
Nice.
What is wrong with people,
They
dude?
did not. Bryce Young, is he the franchise guy? Yeah, it's Carolina. Anybody can be a franchise guy in Carolina.
Even one
Jake
that
Delhomme
small.
was a franchise guy in Carolina.
Shout out Jake Delhomme.
Shout out Makai Wingo.
I'm not buying it till he grows.
Yeah.
Speedy looks like Fonzie. Hey.
Doesn't he wear a leather jacket?
Hey. I don't know. I have no clue.
And last one on this matchup is Matthew Stafford, the MVP.
Yes.
Let's go. Two
I'm actually going to. Oh, I don't want to bet in 21 because of the whatever taxes.
Drake man.
I'm going to bet Matthew Stafford for MVP.
Drake
for sure. But the numbers, it just shouldn't even be close.
Drake man.
If May gets it, it's all based on narrative, and he played nobody this year other than the Bills. This is literally and historically the worst schedule in terms of like strength in NFL history. You can't give that guy MVP.
But the eye test.
I love him. I think he's good. But like I'm not giving him MVP.
Do you love him? I don't think you love him.
I don't love him. I like him.
You want Stafford to win.
I like
He
him.
does. He's rooting for
I don't
it.
like it.
I do want Stafford to win.
He wants to
I want
victory lap.
Stafford to win. So all these like just listen. I love this guy too. I genuinely do love this guy. My guy Neil. All right, and Stick as well. Love both those guys. For the ones
You do love them.
For the Jared Goff is better crowd. I just need this to happen to cement it. Like fuck you. Stop that stuff. Sorry for swearing on this stream.
Drake man.
Well, come on. What are we doing?
Drake May. All right, here we go, boys. Packers at the Chicago Bears. As 1.5 points. Packers come in as 1.5 point favorites.
That's crazy.
Which quarterback would you rather have starting for your team in this game?
Ooh.
Caleb Williams or Jordan Love?
Caleb Williams.
I don't know.
Caleb Williams. I think they're both equally as good as at like the off-platform stuff. Like Jordan Love's good at creating space and buying time and delivering throws off platform, but I just think Caleb Williams he's got more arm talent. He's more athletic. I think he's just a better football player overall.
I think Caleb Williams is like the same thing I said earlier. I think he has got more clubs in the bag than a lot of quarterbacks in the National Football League. Can he put that game together? Who knows? But yeah, I feel like I think I might take Caleb. Yeah, I don't know. Jordan probably better right now.
Boy.
Jordan's probably better right now, but I would take Caleb Williams. Yeah.
Easy. You're flipping up on your man.
Yeah,
You're switching up on your man.
Hey, my man. You guys just asked me who I'd rather have in space.
Mans.
I think we saw how one guy operates without an offensive line this year. We're not in the playoffs.
That's your man's.
That's your man.
They got your man's on Packer charges.
They got your man on Packer charges.
Crazy. I'm about to be in here defending Love. I've seen it before from Love in the playoffs when he lit up Dallas. So
He did light
I'd
up Dallas, but it's Dallas.
True, and this is the Bears.
The
And that's
standard,
why I'm going
as
to
we
take
found
Green
out.
Bay in this one. And that's my question to you guys. Is it crazy that I'm legitimately rooting for the Packers in this game?
Gross,
Because I
yes.
hate Ben Johnson and what he has done to this NFC North.
No, I want the Packers to win too.
Oh, come on, guys.
You want the Bears to win?
I don't want either to win.
Well, somebody's going to have to win.
You guys are rooting for one of these teams?
I want the Packers to beat the Bears.
gross.
Yeah.
Same. And I think the Packers will lose next round no matter what.
Yeah.
I think both these teams will.
To be honest, I guess if I had to, I would actually, as much as I hate them, the pompous, arrogant Packers fans need to be fed a scoop of poo.
A scoop. I was like, what?
What?
Huh?
A scoop of poo?
A scoop of poo. I can't. It was supposed to be a friendly stream here.
Piece of shit.
Okay. Well, like I hate Packers fans. I really do. I hate the Bears organization. I hate the Packers too. Packers fans need to be humbled. They're arrogant. They think their poop don't stink.
They'll never be humbled.
Let them be humbled this year.
I want to see the pure
They think
despair.
they own the Bears.
I want to see the pure despair of Bears fans knowing that they're the same as us. And they just go one.
want the same for the Packers.
And they're just a shitty poopy team. No, the Packers will never think that.
Well,
no matter what happens,
fair.
the Packers will never think that, but the Bears will.
The NFL is an entertainment industry, per the documents. So if that is true, they need to take a page out of WWE book. Double disqualification, both eliminated from the playoffs.
Fair.
Shout out.
That is what we're rooting for.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Packers hardcore. I just don't want to see Ben Johnson have a wild amount of success in his first season. I think that they did get lucky in some of these games. I did think that they were going to be a playoff team. I didn't think they were going to win the division, though. And they did. I don't think the Lions are very good, and they just went in there and beat them. I think the Packers beat them, lose next round. And I guess that's this question right here for you guys to finish this one out.
And real quick, if the Packers win, and then they go and get slapped by San Francisco again, like that's a tale as old as time. I would love to see that happen.
Tale as
I like
old
that.
as time.
Can either of these teams win the NFC? The Bears or the Packers?
No.
Yes. Maybe.
Your Bears?
I think the Bears could, yeah.
Oh my God.
If they continue that turnover streak.
But that's another thing too. Is I think the Bears have a better chance of winning the NFC than the Packers. I don't think either of them will. But that's why I want to see the Bears lose early. Because if they get lucky, they get on some stupid run, they could. I don't think they will, but they have a much better chance than the Packers.
Yeah, the Packers are cooked, man, with all their injuries and stuff. Like, I don't. I'm shocked they're even favorites, Nick. I'm shocked they're even favorites.
Yeah, honestly, I think this is a whole lot of history behind us on this one. That's maybe the biggest reason why. All right, we got a few more of these games. You guys want to hit a quick break, get back to it?
Yeah,
we got two. We got an extra hour.
Yeah, it's true. We don't really have a break schedule for this hour. So
All right, here we go. Bills at the Jaguars. The Buffalo Bills favored by 1.5 points. Is this Josh Allen's playoff to lose, even though he has to go on the road in his first game?
No. I don't think this is Josh Allen's playoff to lose because I don't think wins and losses are a quarterback stat. And I think the Patriots and the Jaguars are both better teams than the Bills and the Houston Texans. So I think if Josh Allen wins the AFC, he's defying the odds because right now, if you lined up, I would definitely take Houston and I would definitely take the Patriots over the Bills. Jaguars, probably too.
Unfortunately, just the way the cookies crumbled is it is. It's going to be held against him. And again, I love this guy, but Neil Rules of the world would carry on and drag my guy's name through the mud. And if he does,
if Josh Allen won a Super Bowl and Matt Stafford won the MVP, a lot of those narratives would fall apart.
You think they would, but these guys are that delusional. I don't know they would.
Well, he only did it once. When's he going to win another one?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that'd be ideal for me.
If he goes one and done and loses in Jacksonville, is he officially overrated?
Yeah. I will say that even though I just said it's not a quarterback.
What?
Even though
what is going on?
Gut reaction?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that you know, it's you're Josh Allen, right? And it's unfair to him because he is the whole show, and the Jags are a really good team.
Guys.
But that is people will forget how good the Jags were this year. People will forget the level of team that the Jags actually are. They'll never forget like how Josh Allen is thought about as quarterback. So, 5 years down the road, you'd be like, oh, you remember when he lost in the first round to the Jags?
Not at all. Not a freaking chance this guy's looked at as overrated. We know the situation over there. That's why half the reason he's praised. Look at what he's going with. Who's his best wide receiver?
They put a first rounder in Coleman, was it?
Yeah.
They put a first rounder in the tight end, was it?
Yeah.
They put.
Who's his best wide receiver?
You got maybe Shakir.
Khalil Shakir.
Has he ever gone over 1,000 yards in his career ever?
I don't think so.
Like that's half the reason Josh Allen's hyped up is what he's doing this stuff with. He's doing it with all due respect to these professional athletes.
Cousins.
Poop swag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why Josh Allen gets the love, gets the hype. He's carrying. And he's not missing the playoffs like someone else we know.
This is
He's not going to be looked at as overrated. Now, there will be people, Neil Rule, that will say that's the case.
There will be people.
But you can't champion one guy who missed the playoffs and say shit like that. That's just ridiculous.
But they will.
And they will.
This is the upset. I'm calling it, boys. Remember the last time Trevor Lawrence was in the playoffs?
That's true.
He won.
Got to prove it. You got to prove it.
Yeah, but he threw four interceptions.
He threw 4 interceptions.
He did.
And he only lost because the other guy threw did Justin Herbert throw 4?
No, it was because Brandon Staley.
Or Brandon Staley, yeah.
He was just Brandon Staley was probably the worst coach I've ever seen.
Counts as 5 turnovers.
That's fair.
having him as that's the only reason this guy won. So to me, T-Law, you got to prove it, big dog. It's Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is winning this game.
And then Lunchbox says easy. They had Diggs and still couldn't win a game. Yeah, they did have Diggs for a short while, and they lost to Patrick freaking Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and the Kansas City Chiefs. So yeah, they did.
Because they lost because of the coin flip too. By the way.
Yes,
they lost in overtime when it was sudden death, and they didn't get the ball.
Correct. See, this is what we're talking about. People will still carry those narratives.
Yeah, it's
and
just
say those things.
It's cousins, dude. You can't allow the opinion of these cousins to really sway what you think. They live in their own fantasy land where anything that happens doesn't matter. They just say
I'm
shit.
still pissed at Josh Allen for losing me that game and not scoring that touchdown against the Eagles. So I'm driving just a narrative in
But
here.
you belong in this suit. This week was the craziest.
Yeah, you are. You're the hot.
test
You're
of
the hot
that.
dog merchant, dude.
He just turned around. He was
Everybody chill the fuck out.
What I mean, what do you mean? It's true.
It's true.
Yeah, we're not gonna chill the fuck out. No, you were the hot dog merchant. You are king hot dog.
You kind of are.
You guys got lucky.
Lord over
Every week. We got lucky for 9 weeks.
You end the season on 2 hot dog streak.
It was an off year for your boy. All right, can Trevor Lawrence enter the top 5 quarterback discussion with a deep AFC playoff run?
Ask one more time. I apologize.
Top 5.
Can T-Law enter the top 5 quarterback discussion with a deep playoff run?
Dang.
That's your boy.
I think you'd have to win it all.
Top 5.
People hate him.
People do hate him. He looks like a cousin. He did get the grills though. Did you see it?
Got the grills, and then he went to the bar to celebrate.
Got squatted
he
by
he let that girl squat him.
by a torta.
I've been a T-Law guy. I'm happy to watch him.
And he
love
is playing
seeing
well.
him have success.
His legs have been such an important factor of this year. Like the way he runs the ball in the red zone.
Yeah,
he top 5. I don't know. Okay, top 5 discussion. Yeah, top 5 discussion. If he gets to a Super Bowl, sure. He's impressed me a lot this year.
I will. I'll call a lot of people out. I'll do that. I don't have no problem.
I say he's a bum.
Conversation. Yeah, exactly. That's
Oh,
why
yeah?
I would talk a lot of shit.
I said he's a bum.
I won't allow.
for a
Even
while.
though I would invite it, I won't allow some people to have the conversation because of the amount of disrespect they threw in his name.
Yeah, I disrespected the shit out of him.
The media would make it a story, but it wouldn't actually be a story.
Give me Tyler Shuck over Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
That's facts.
I mean, he is a dog. I'm like joking, obviously, when I say that, but Tyler Shuck's a dog, low-key.
He is a dog.
Great quarterbacks cover.
The Saints. No, they lost that one.
But they covered.
How'd it go?
All right, fellas.
Yeah, shout out to you all.
You think about to sell some insurance?
49ers at
knives.
Give a
Go ahead, Chris or Nick.
For sure.
49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles as 4.5-point underdogs, as Philly is favored by 4.5. These are 2 powerhouses in the NFC over the last 5 years. But which quarterback do you trust more in this spot? Purdy or Hurts?
Ugh. Gross.
Hurts. I knew you guys would like that one.
Purdy.
Yeah, Purdy.
Because Kyle Shanahan.
Yep. Hurts, we've seen without the brilliant mind. He is not the quarterback that some have believed him to be.
Yeah, because of Kyle Shanahan, I'm going. I think Purdy and Jalen Hurts are very similar. When you talk about level of quarterback, I think them and Goff, they're all very similar. Give me Purdy though because he's got Kyle Shanahan.
Danny G said, I never give up my long blonde-haired brother only because him and I have very similar hair when I grew mine out.
Shout out Danny G.
Shout out Danny G.
I'm gonna go Hurts here because he's been there, done that. He's won it all. I think he can go back onto that in these games, especially because he's gonna be at home in this game. So I just think that he can, scramble with the best of them, have to pick up a big first down if he has to, not turn the ball over and rely on that defense because I think they're gonna be able to truly just, go that route and win this game. So I'm leaning Hurts here. We had 14 touches for Christian McCaffrey for only 57 yards last time they played against the Seattle defense. Is this the touches finally getting to CMC, or is it just because that Seattle defense is so elite?
I think a bit of both. When you watch CMC on the sideline, he's wincing, stretching. They're talking about the litany of injuries he's had throughout his career, and that Seattle defense it's Mike McDonald. I know we talked about last week all the best old coordinators are the defensive coordinators are old guys. Mike McDonald and Jesse Minter run that same defense, and they're dogs. Mike McDaniel's Seahawks defense is legit.
Yeah.
And Nick Omawari, they got Cam Chancellor 2.0. Maybe. That's a big comp. But he's look good.
I love Cam Chancellor.
The way I looked it up too, the way they run that defense is they rush 4. It's similar to us. You don't know what's for.
Yeah.
It's different every single time. And Amon-Ra's being as big as he is, as fast as he is, he's been having lots. There's been times where he's been just set up to blitz the inside, to set up a what the hell you call it, a stunt, for a defensive end, but he knocks over the guard because he's so good that he ends up making a sack himself.
Yeah.
The Seattle Seahawks defense is legit.
They are. But Sam Darnold's still Sam Darnold. And you could easily see one of those Darnoldian games where he throws a couple interceptions and throwing the ball over people's heads and stuff like that. I don't remember the question, but...
was this more on CMC getting too many touches, borderline cooked, or Seattle defense?
Okay, yeah, so just completely nothing to do with Sam Darnold. I agree. I think it's a little bit of both. You know, Christian McCaffrey getting a little long in the tooth, and he has been healthy the past couple years, so he's been shouldering the brunt of that offense. He is San Fran's offense, so I think it's a little bit of both.
All right, fellas, New England is their 3.5-point favorites over the LA Chargers. Will this game end up defying Herbert or Drake May's legacy for these two young quarterbacks?
No, way too young.
Not Drake May.
Ooh.
If Herbert chokes again?
If Herbert chokes again, you start to see a pattern. And
I can't call it a choke,
If it's Jim Harbaugh, he is. He doesn't have half his offense.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how it looks. If he goes out there, he throws a bunch of interceptions, that's a choke.
He's not, like, they say don't enter a knife fight without a gun or something like that. Like, he's in there, whatever.
Don't bring a gun to don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
That's what he's doing. That's all he's got.
Yeah.
He even got knives, brother. He's got nunchucks.
bayonet.
He might
probably
use
do
some
more
nunchuck
damage
bullets.
with nunchucks, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know, but yeah, Patriots should win this game. If they don't, it would be a damn shame. And maybe you could look at some narrative on your guys, but he's too young for that.
Yeah, it's his first playoff game.
Yeah. Herbert's, I feel so bad for this guy. He's so talented. The team was so good when they were healthy. And slowly but surely they got chopped down.
Who's the better coach, Jim Harbaugh or Mike Vrabel?
Probably go Harbaugh right now, but Vrabel's definitely on pace.
Didn't he make an AFC Championship game with the Titans?
He did make an AFC Championship game with the
Ryan
Titans.
Tannehill?
And Ryan Tannehill, yeah.
Elite coaching.
Harbaugh won the
Kaepernick.
Super Bowl and then also won a national championship in college. He's always been a good coach. No matter where he's been, he's turned shit around.
Yeah, it's Jim Harbaugh.
Look at them in the playoffs right now with half the team missing.
Both of their tackles out of the lineup.
Yeah. He's missing both starting running backs at some point in the season too.
Yep.
Like it's ridiculous. And Herbert, another thing with him too, he's banged up.
He's got
broken hand, hurt legs. Like he's a warrior. He's as tough as they come.
Though.
He does got one of the baddest.
Madison Beer is so hot, dude.
She is hot. She's very gorgeous.
Shout out to the Houston Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Texans 3.5-point favorite. Are you guys expecting the Texans defense to take over this game completely and go into the Steelers and win?
3.5?
Texans are 3.5-point favorites.
Wow. Yeah.
At Steelers.
Yeah, I feel like it should be more than that. I think the Texans dominate this game. And yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers, you remember that picture of Aaron Rodgers when he got sacked by the Lions or whatever and his face is all messed up? I think you're going to see that a lot because Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson are both insane.
You remember that game? It's funny, the parallels. Brett Favre, we played for Minnesota going up against it was actually the
Bounty Gate
Saints.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be like that.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, all due respect to you, brother, one of the greatest to ever do it, one of the greatest to spin the ball. He's going to get destroyed. It's going to be bad.
Was the Heavyweight Huddle Playoff Edition.
Shout out. All right, let's go to break. We'll come back. We got a cool interview that we're going to end the show with. Amon-Ra St. Brown interview. Stay tuned. We're going to end the show with that. But we got one more segment coming for you guys. Pause. Tell us about Black Rock, Chris.
Let me tell you about Black Rock Bar and Grill. Great food, great service, great vibes, and great catering. Shout out to them for catering this main event here with Wicked Awesome Foundations, as well as Amon-Ra St. Brown Foundation. You've seen the heavyweights at 2 locations, 2 for 2 with their events. So now check out the one close to you: Heartland, Novi, Canton, Ann Arbor, Utica, Davison, and Portage. And don't forget that when you go, you can mention Woodward Sports and get 20% off your food bill. It is a sizzle above the rest. Black Rock Bar and Grill. Check it out.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
St. Brown has hosted the main event right here in the heart of Birmingham at the Lady Jane's corporate office. Listen, we had the children here. They dyed their hair blue. They had the special dinner from Black Rock. Shout out, and shout out to Prime Motors as well. And Wicked Awesome Wish Lady Jane's as well for putting on the performance, or putting on this event for the children. It was awesome to hear the kids laugh and smile, walking around here, hitting the 6-7 memes with St. Brown, hitting some of his classic sellies. It was a great thing to do. Make sure you check out the stbrownfoundation.org or the wickedawesomewishes.org for more information and ways to give back.
Check it out.
What up, though? Welcome back to Word Heavyweights. Woodward Heavyweights, livewoodsports.com. He's joined us for more action on Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash the like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. What are you doing?
Early predictions, playoffs. Who comes out? Or you guys want to do that Friday, maybe?
Who wins the Super Bowl?
We could do it Friday, if not, maybe.
I want to root for Josh Allen. Can't go NFC. Too many rivals there.
Yeah, nobody in the NFC.
Yeah, give me Josh Allen or Trevor Lawrence.
See, I don't want it to be.
I can see
the
Houston
Jags,
being
I don't want
sneaky.
it to be. I think it could be Houston.
And I would hate it because there's this Raging Cajun from when we had the joint practice. I reported what I saw. I can only give you what I saw. But what I said happened. Like, there's other accounts as well. And he's just fucking, that never happened, blah, blah, you're just a fucking hater, blah, blah. I'm like, no, brother, like, this was joint practice. The guys were healthy. Like, you know, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch are good football players. And I just don't want it for that reason. That guy, by the way, has been circling back, commenting on my shit and talking shit. Which, good for him, his team in the playoffs.
I don't want it to be Houston, I don't want it to be Buffalo, and I don't want it to be Jacksonville. Because we can't have a team that doesn't have a Super Bowl win a Super Bowl until the Lions do. And so I'm Patriots. I'm going Patriots.
Oh, my God. Enough for the Patriots.
No surprise there.
No Patriots. Yeah. I can't have the Patriots Super Bowl. I already said it. Bills. Who do you think? I said who I want. Who do you think?
I
think it's gonna be.
I think this is Bills' year.
They could sneak in there, dude.
With no elite,
I don't want to say it. I'm gonna say it. There's a team that's been there so goddamn much, and they have an elite defense, and it's Philly. And if they get Jalen Hurts going just a little bit, they could run it. No, I'm saying that's who I think might.
Yeah.
No, Nick wants Philly to win.
What the fuck?
Philly fan.
Big NFC guy.
Big NFC guy.
All right. Rams or Houston probably gonna win it.
Not the Rams.
I'm sorry, dude.
Not the Rams.
You want
I'm gonna
the
say
Rams
I want them,
and
but
you
they're
want
one of the best
MVP.
teams in the National Football League right now.
What do you guys think the NFL wants, like for TV? What's their
They want Drake
dream
May,
matchup?
They want
Trevor Lawrence,
Patriots, Packers,
or Justin Herbert. One of those young quarterbacks to be the face of the league, or at least join the face of the league along Patrick Mahomes and Allen. What'd you say?
They want Patriots, Packers.
Yeah, maybe.
Packers.
Maybe they want Caleb.
They love the Packers.
Former #1 overall pick. Get up in there.
What
Yeah,
about
if you were a script writer.
Yeah, who would it be?
Patriots, Packers.
If I was a script writer.
I just don't know if Love is like.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, he's not grabbing me.
Yeah, he's not. He's
just
not.
grabbing me. To build like.
If I was a script writer. Yeah, for the script.
I feel like it might be Caleb out of the NFC.
Ben Johnson.
New audience.
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, that could not happen.
I hate it, but I probably them and probably Drake May. Again, 2 young guys.
Yeah.
Or Josh Allen. The old wily vet finally gets it done.
I think Josh Allen. I don't think the NFL wants Josh Allen to win. I don't think they want the Bills to win.
Why?
Because they had him lose 4 times.
That was crazy.
Are they marginalizing
If it were,
I don't know if I'd be able to go on. If the Lions made the Super Bowl 4 years in a row and lost all of them,
There's no way. There's no way.
I'd be on a.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I think about that, my stomach gets sick.
It's
crazy
it's
stuff.
Crazy. That's why I respect
insane
Bills fans
stuff.
so much.
They should just get a ring for doing that.
Participation ring.
Participation.
Here's for being the best losers.
Nick, don't you dare respect future MVP Matthew Stafford. That's from Steve-O, baby.
Who do you want to win, Nick?
Who you want, and then who do you think?
Also, have you graded your class's papers yet?
No.
Okay.
I did see the teacher thing.
I saw 80s Detective.
Yes,
80s Detective's good.
He's teaching how to wear a glizzy suit.
I feel like you're like defense lawyer's good.
That is appointed to you. Like you're not going out and getting it.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're a Pro Bowl attorney in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Deep South.
The Deep South.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I don't know if Arkansas is deep south.
Oh, that's what Little Rock the situation was.
I'm
My
still
family's
pretty
from
hurt
Arkansas.
that the Lions obviously aren't in it, so I don't really have a team yet. My team is also not in it. The Finns. Shout out the Finns.
Shout out the Finns.
Fins up.
Neither are your Vikings.
Woo-hoo.
Exactly. Looking at the teams here, say maybe the Bills or the Jags. I don't know.
No,
I
we
do
can't
kinda
have
like
a
the
team
new
that
blood.
doesn't have a Super Bowl win.
I like the new blood.
Your rule doesn't account, Spinny. All right?
What do you mean?
I think the Bills or the Jags. I actually don't like that they're playing each other first week.
We need these fan bases to be miserable with us.
I don't want the Patriots, certainly, because of that fan base and them being so spoiled.
Yeah, I'm good on the Patriots winning.
The Chargers, I mean, both LA teams can kick rocks in my eyes. Don't like either of them.
Why don't you like the Chargers? You're a Jim Harbaugh guy, aren't you? Michigan man.
No, just the LA lifestyle. They got it way too easy.
The libs.
Need some
LA
grit.
lifestyle.
Need some grit.
Too many libs out there in LA.
Just walking around.
Flying
Breathing
everything
and
for
stuff.
free.
Back to the, get to walk to the goddamn beach. Back to the desk. Yeah, I'm going Bills or Jags.
Christopher?
I can't figure out the NFC, but I think it's Bills Eagles. I think the repeat sells, going for the repeat sells, and then Josh Allen. Josh Allen's just box office, so I think that's the one. The follow up would be maybe Drake May if they want to just anoint him, but I think it's going to be Josh Allen.
The NFL does love the Patriots.
They do.
They do. But also, I feel like they should hate him because the Bounty Gate stuff, Tom Brady went against some of the Deflate Gate stuff
Bobby
and
Kraft
won.
and Roger are boys. They were on Epstein Island together.
Okay.
Allegedly.
They got way too much money for you to be throwing that kind of stuff.
Allegedly.
around. He's cooked. You might not be here tomorrow.
See you guys.
You better say, never mind. Everything here is satirical.
I said allegedly.
We would love to be able to say the Lions been there once. I watched all 4 Bills Bowls losses, so I half-ass root for Josh. There you go, C-Note.
That's fair.
He's a Patriots fan.
Who?
They've had too much success, man. The Bears and Packers are lower tier compared to other teams. I agree, especially without Micah Parsons. I'm surprised the Packers are favored on the road. That's kind of nuts to me.
No.
And I'll tell you what, if you're Ben Johnson, you better hope you win that game because before you played a single game, coached a single game, you were talking cash shit to that guy specifically.
And he would have beat you 3 times that year, right?
Which I, by the way, think Matt LaFleur is overrated.
Oh, no, it was 1-1.
No, but it would be their third straight
They split.
loss.
They split 1-1.
No.
Yeah, they did.
Wait, what? It'd be Packers third straight loss?
Yeah.
No,
yeah, it would
Bears.
be.
Oh, the Bears third straight. Yeah, like in a row. Yeah. I thought you meant to the Packers.
Lose to the 49ers, lose to the Lions, lose to the Pack. That'd be a hell of a way.
I think the same for the Packers, too, right? Ravens, And then, well, obviously, they didn't start anyone yesterday. And then, yeah, that would be it. Same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I want the Packers to win this game. I do.
Gross.
I want the Packers to win this game.
Big Jordan Love guys.
Over Bears, yeah.
Oh, how the
over
tables
Ben
have
Johnson,
turned. Yes.
for sure.
Big Jordan Love fans here,
You're
I see.
a big Bears fan, I guess.
Ah.
And
Easy loves the Bears. Who would have thought?
Spinny loves the Packers. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I'll take that. If you love the Bears, I'll accept it.
If you love the Packers.
Yeah, Nick's the Vikings.
Yeah, Nick's the
I
Vikings
shouldn't
guy.
have unmuted you, bro.
I love the Lions. I'm the people's champ here.
All right, let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll do a little bit of mailbag, and then we'll leave you guys with an Amon-Ra St. Brown interview. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Exclusively. Only on Woodward Sports. Make sure you tap in. That's going to be awesome. But first, why don't you tell us about Black Rock, Chris?
Let me tell you about Black Rock Bar and Grill. Shout out to them for catering this event. They did a wonderful job. Black Rock Bar and Grill. You can check out any of the locations on this screen, whichever one is closest to you. The heavyweights have been there 2 for 2, and the third one will be a great vibe. And make sure when you go there, you mention Woodward Sports and you get 20% off your total food bill. Go check it out.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What up, though, and welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com at the main event hosted by Wicked Awesome Wishes, the St. Brown Foundation, and Lady Jane's. We have an exclusive interview with our owner, Chad Johnson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown that we'll get to you guys now.
Amon, the St. Brown Foundation doesn't just start with you. It starts with Brooklyn. It starts with your brothers. It starts with your parents. Tell me a little bit about how that makes you feel as being a family affair and, wanting to help out the kids.
Yeah, it makes me feel great. We started actually this beginning of the start of the year. So it's almost been like a 4 year now. And it's been amazing just to give back, to see the kids, to let them know how important school is. Because for me growing up, not just me, my two brothers, my parents made sure, that we understood how important school was and, showing up to class each and every day, bringing home good grades. And as a kid, I didn't really, that's all I really knew was listening to my parents and doing what they said. But as I got older, I started to realize, school is really the foundation. It's the foundation for everything with whatever you want to do in life. So just to let, kids know how important it is. And through the St. Brown Foundation, we're empowering kids, to have fun, meaningful learning. And, with me there, I feel like I can give them even more encouragement to, to enjoy school.
You've done a great job this year. How do you balance the league and games and practice and the stress, and then also be able to give your time to the children and to the kids and, all the things that you're doing in the community now that you're here in Detroit?
Yeah, I think, for me, during the season, I'm pretty busy with football, with practice, meetings and whatnot, but there's always time for me to give back. I feel like, I do have a busy schedule, but there are also days that I have off, and in those days that I have off, whether I'm doing, giving back to the community, recording my podcast, there's always something I can do, and so there's always time for me to give back, and I can always make time for that. So that's one thing for me I'm never too busy for that.
Love your podcast, by the way, with
Appreciate
you
it.
and your bro.
Thank you.
Definitely popping.
Thank you.
You know, for the intensity on the field, what type of intensity do you bring to this foundation now that you started it? And, you know, how much time will you be able to give to it in the off season?
Yeah, I think, you know, having started just this past season, it was tough with the season having started, being busy, but having the first offseason under my belt, I think it's going to be great to give back to the, you know, the city of Detroit. That's given back so much to me. I mean, when I first got drafted, I didn't know what to expect, and they've showed so much love to me, the fans, the people, the whole city. So for me to give back to the city of Detroit is big, and I'm going to be doing a lot of events coming up here in the next, you know, the next year, the start of 2026. And then obviously giving back to the, you know, to Southern California where I'm from, I think is important too. So, you know, here in Southern California, two big areas.
When people see the Amon name and the St. Brown name, what do you want them to say after they see your name and hear your last name and the way you were raised? What do you want the people that know you closest, and plus people that don't know you but just see you on the field, what do you want them to, first thing that come out of their mouth when they think about you?
Honestly, I always tell everyone this. I want them to say that I was respectful. I think that's the biggest thing, respect. That I was a respectful, you know, young man. The St. Brown family is respectful. And I want to leave a lasting legacy, whatever that is. Whether that's, you know, me meeting a young kid and him, you know, never forgetting his experience with me. Whether it's me on the field. I mean, I just want to leave a legacy in everything that I do. And so I think those are the biggest things.
We've seen you and your teammates and a lot of people get involved in charity around here. How proud does that make you feel after being able to, you know, come into the league and not be drafted where you want to be and then be able to prove a lot of people wrong? How does it make you feel being a part of what you're accomplishing now, not in just football, but outside of football?
It makes me feel great. You know, just to see the support of the people, the fans, to have other teammates too, you know, having charities, having events, foundations, whatever it may be, just to see that we're all trying to give back and give back to a community that has given us so much. I think that's the biggest thing. And so I think we realize that as guys that play for the Detroit Lions, you know, a team that historically hasn't been too good. We've kind of hopefully try to change that around as players. And so I think the fans and everyone, they feel that. And so for us, I think, you know, the only thing that we can do at this point is give back to the people that give us so much.
Where did your passion from giving back come from, and how did your family and Brooklyn inspire you to do it?
That's a good question. I think, you know, the passion for me of giving back, I don't really know where it came from. I feel like when you have a platform that I have, a lot of people look up to you. They want to, you know, be like you. They want to dress like you. They want to play like you, whatever it may be. And you realize that, you know, you can affect people in so many different ways. And so having that platform for me is like, why not go give back to the people that, you know, look up to me and that I mean so much to? And to me, I feel like a regular person each and every day, but to other people, they feel like, you know, I'm some famous person, whatever. So for me, just to, you know, let kids know how important, you know, other things are than just football. For us, you know, for our foundation, it's school and learning and literacy. So for me, I just want to let kids know that, yes, you know, I do play football on Sundays, but at the end of the day, I was just in your shoes too, and I didn't like going to school. I didn't want to, you know, do my homework and stuff like that, but I had to do it because it's, you know, it's going to make you better one day.
You know, I got a question for you that's a little off subject a little bit, but it's something, you know, with my eighth grader son that, you know, plays sports, baseball, great player in South Florida, and I see your pop say, you know, forget the Gatorade, put all that stuff down, and, you know, during game time, you need to guzzle a Coca-Cola. You need a Coca-Cola. What would you say to the people that are now maybe wanting to guzzle a cup of Coca-Colas during a game or a hard practice?
Yeah. I mean, I've done it, you know. My pops, I'm sure a lot of you guys know who he is.
We love him.
Yeah.
He's the man.
He had us do it when we were young growing up. And so if you haven't tried it, I suggest you try it. It definitely, like, I feel like it wakes you up when you're kind of like exhausted, especially those certain lifts that me and my pops did, me and my brothers. He'd have us doing some crazy lifts and we'd be like, you know, lightheaded and whatnot.
Yeah.
The Coke definitely helps. But I don't know when's the last time I did it. It probably must have been like in high school, the last time I drank a Coke. Because I feel like, you know, I'm hydrated pretty well. I make sure I hydrate before games and stuff like that. But definitely got to try if you have it.
I heard Pop say, it's not my responsibility no more. It's Brooklyn's responsibility. So you're making decisions there. We wanted to say, it's been a blessing from God to be able to partner with you and Brooklyn and your brothers and your parents and our foundations together. What you've done today with all these children and the smiles that you put on their face and how they feel in their heart, and what joy you brought to them today brings joy to my heart, Jesse's heart, my team's heart. Definitely yourself and Brooklyn, but we're very grateful for you and the time that you've given today, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me, man.
We have a lot of respect for you and continued great health and success and love along the way, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, God bless you.
Appreciate it, man.
Respect.
Thank you.
From two guys I know they got the same mentality.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to that dog mentality, grinding mentality. And shout out to St. Brown, man, playing a tough game yesterday out in the cold. Travels back, cleans out his locker room, goes through the sorrows of the exit speech of the season and not making the playoffs, and still showing up here.
Gives it back to the kids, man.
Exactly.
And wicked awesome wishes, and the St. Brown Foundation for putting on this event, like you said, right after what just had to be a gut-wrenching season for Amon-Ra, because
you think we're hurt? He's on the damn team.
Yeah, and he's probably going to be first-team All-Pro again this year with the stats and the numbers that he put up. Just clinically, always one of the best in the league. But he would trade all of that in a heartbeat if it meant the Lions were in the playoffs. And so for him to, come right back from that game in Chicago and come here and host this and put smiles on the kids' faces, shout out to him. Shout out to the St. Brown Foundation. Shout out to Wicked Awesome Wishes, man. And shout out to Chad for a great interview. That was very cool.
Yeah. Genuinely, I remember, because obviously Chad is friends with a lot of the guys around the league, and I forget who it was. I think it was Rabbit at the time. He lost some kind of bet, too. Where he was trash talking, like, why didn't this guy catch the ball? So they had the bet was like Chad had to go out there and catch I think a certain amount of balls.
Yeah.
And I was like laughing because I think I thought it was funny,
Mm-hmm.
No, Chad was pissed. Chad was locked in.
Oh yeah.
There was no laughing matter to him at all. The competitive edge. That's what I'm saying. Like just for those two guys to sit down and have a conversation, I had to lock in for that one.
Two extremely fierce competitors. Those two. I've known Chad for a while now, and he wants to strive to be the best at everything he does.
Dude. Be in a room with that guy for 5 minutes, you know why he has what he has.
Yep, for sure.
For sure. Shout out to St. Brown, too. But, as always, the final 10 minutes of the show, this is the mailbag segment. Get your questions in as regards to the Detroit Lions. Maybe the Detroit Pistons playing the Knicks tonight. Actually, while you guys gather those thoughts and questions, I'm going to go to Chris in that matchup because there's no Duran or Tobias tonight.
Here you go. Here's some scraps for you. Get the last.
Just like BlackRock all over again.
Yeah.
But shout out. I'll take it. It was great there. It's great here. Look, this is the game that's been the most excited, most anticipated on the Pistons' schedule so far this season, and it's not even close. I don't care that Duran's not here, that Tobias isn't here, because last time the Pistons played the Knicks, they didn't have Ivy and they didn't have Stu, and so there's going to be a lot of animosity. This is the first real rivalry the Pistons have had in a very long time, since I've been basically a child. And this team lost 3 times in a row on their home court to this team. So you don't think that this team is going to come out with everything they were playing? I saw Cade was listed on the injury report as questionable, but that immediately became probable because this game means too much to this team. So I'm looking for a big game. I know Duran's out, and that's a big deal. Tobias is out. That's a big deal. But this team is deep. It's loaded, and this team is going to be playing for something that I don't know that New York is going to be ready to handle. I don't see a world in which New York comes in and gets this win. I don't. Even though they're playing great ball, I don't see it.
You don't see a way the Pistons lose this game?
I don't.
I think we're dogs.
I don't.
I think we're underdogs.
Yeah, I mean, I
Duran
can
or
see
Tobias?
a way. Yeah, I like the confidence.
No Josh Hart for them.
This is going to be an extremely close game. And the
Pistons
Pistons will need to do what they have to do down the stretch, but they need to take care of the ball, and they need to limit the Knicks in transition because the Knicks have such good half-court offense that they can't allow them to get open in transition as well.
Yeah, I think the other thing, too, I know they're missing Josh Hart, but K was a probable designation night, too.
He's probable.
He's got that hip situation he's dealing with, so he's
Duncan
playing.
was probable as well. I think he's playing, too. I just saw that.
It's hopefully it's a good game. That's all I can ask for.
It will be. The Pistons can't blow anybody out. I love them to death, but I've been calling for weeks. Just smack a team for once, and they can't do it because every time they do, they come back. Yeah, I think you.
I supposed to be at Dern, man.
You talk about this team too much, and you talk to people that have been around this team, and they all are just very upset at the fact that they weren't able to bring Detroit a home win. And now that team is coming in your building after doing that 3 times in a row. I just think this game just means way too much to the Pistons. I think the Knicks are a good team, but I don't see it tonight. I really don't. I think this is one of those ones where it doesn't matter talent-wise who's on the court. This is going to be a game that the Pistons are going to want more than the Knicks.
What are we thinking? 40-point K triple-double? No, just kidding.
Dennis Jenkins masterclass, 30-point.
No,
40-point K double-double.
Yeah, I'd take that.
I feel like K probably goes balls out tonight, points-wise. Obviously, no Duran to be getting some of those assists that he's come so accustomed to down in the paint. I like Stu to get 10 if he can stay on the court. That's one thing I want to see in this game, Stu. Make sure we need you on the court without Duran. Don't get attacked. Don't get a couple T's in this game and get kicked out. Because we need you. Bad.
We really need you.
Yeah.
Who is that? Do you know who that is?
No, I can't tell.
B-Ball Paul, too, man. Don't sleep on B-Ball Paul. When he gets minutes, his per 36 might be the craziest in NBA history. He puts up Will Chamberlain numbers in per 36.
I was joking. I said my biggest fan, St. Brown.
I mean,
I really couldn't tell.
They're in a Sprinter van, so it could be.
Wow. Shout out.
Who the hell
Shut
was
up,
it?
Justin.
It was Jared Goff. Saying what up to
Jared
us.
Goff. He loves us. He's a big fan.
He was just
from the
snipe
Pistons
easy.
matchup to another big matchup. Mailbag from KJ Obey. Did you guys see Adam 22 is boxing Jason Love? How embarrassing would it be if Adam got knocked out by the guy who piped his wife?
He will.
1,000,000% will. I would give him a chance if he was younger, because I guess he was like a biker, and bikers are pretty tough. Not biker, like motorcycle biker, like BMX biker. They go to the ringer. He's old.
He is old.
Adam's old.
I think Jason Love's pretty old too, but he's also
got
way
some good
bigger.
genes.
Way.
Not like that, dude.
He's gonna hit him over the head.
Okay,
hit
he's
him over
big.
the head with that cobra. And Jason Love slaps him with his penis. No, it's
dude, he's better than me, man.
He's a big guy, like I mean, like physically a big guy, and Adam 22 is not that big of a guy. So I've heard.
Because I'm gonna get it right up in ya.
Oh,
hey, I'm rooting for Adam 22 to get knocked out.
Have you ever been swallowed up?
Yeah. It's personal.
I am
with me.
not rooting for Adam 22.
No, I'm rooting against him.
This is Bears
I'm
versus
rooting against
Packers
him.
for me, brother. I don't got a dog in the fight.
What's Jordan Love? I mean, Jordan Love.
I would
Jason
actually
Love?
root for chaos. Would like Adam to lose. Adam to get KO'd.
He's gonna get KO'd.
Yeah, he is. I was rooting for him to get knocked out, to be clear.
Jason
Yeah,
Love
yeah, yeah.
served in the Marine Corps, says KJ. Are you sure that wasn't just a movie you were watching?
It cringed me a little bit.
Was that?
There's another doctor
Are,
there,
are
too?
you sure? Because he was probably a doctor at some point too.
Yeah,
And, you know, I'm sure he went to space at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Jason Love was Superman, dude. He's obviously gonna win.
He's also a millionaire business owner.
Yeah.
I am
Somebody
a
look at that guy's
fan
net
of
worth.
guys with big butts.
No, if he was
making?
actually in the Marine Corps, then he's for sure gonna
Adam's
beat
cooked. This guy was in the Marine Corps.
Why would he accept this fight?
Because he's a clout chaser,
money?
dude.
Yeah, what do you mean?
He let a guy bang
Dude,
his
Chris
wife.
hates
Like,
Adam
what does
22.
he
He let the
love?
same guy bang his wife. You might as well fight him.
Yeah.
That sucks.
He even said it like an interview. He's like, he may have the strength over me, but I have heart in this one. He banged my wife.
Oh,
I'm like,
God,
all right,
that's
dude.
Chris's
That's
argument for the
gross, dude.
Pistons.
I don't even
tonight.
like hearing this stuff out loud.
All right, well,
How much money do you think it would take to get Brian Flores here? That's from Chef and the Woodward Sports Chat.
$14 million a year.
Yeah, 12. 11, 12. He's going to be a head coach.
He's going to be a head coach.
The Raiders going to sign him as head coach. That one, let it go. Pipe dream. Mailbag, how do you think Birdman handled not making the playoffs this year?
Shout out Birdman.
Birdman hand
Listen, I feel so bad for that guy. I'm not going to speak on him or how he's
dude.
feeling. I hope you're doing well, Birdman, if you're out there. And I hope Anson returns your
I hope
stuff.
Anson gave you back the backpack he stole from you. For Nick, For Chris, apparently he has it. For Justin, for Brendan, for Chad,
Pistons money
for
line.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, for the St. Brown Foundation, for Wicked Awesome Wishes, for the main event. We appreciate y'all tapping in. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.